Hello, hello. Now, I forgot something. And, Meowdy Starly and hello, West. I'll get to the camera. First thing you might notice is, it says a certain part of my face looks a little red, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Another thing I forgot to do, you might be able to tell, my headphones aren't actually plugged in, so I'm not getting any feedback through here. Also, there might be more delay between what's happening on the screen and whatever. It's not too bad, but I like to be able to hear my voice and stuff like this. So this might mess things up, whatever. But if I do this, be prepared for the sound to go out, whatever. So just hold on. The sound might... Oh, ha, yes. Nobody talks about the mountain of cardboard. Nobody talks about it. I don't know if you can still hear me, but if I push this into here, I can hear myself. I can see the microphone working. So I think you can still hear me. What we might not be able to do is hear... Oh, we probably can hear that. Wow, it didn't break so much as I expected. Indeed. Let me just move this over to here, so I can get an idea. As long as I've got sound up on here. Yeah, that doesn't actually sound too bad. Wow. So, sometimes doing things like that completely breaks things. But this time, it did not. I need to turn the sound down on my end here a little bit. But, right. So, hello everybody. Gosh, you can tell I wasn't prepared, can't you, today? As I said, yes, of course there is the slight reddening and whatever here, but that's because I had the facial hair removal stuff done, and it's calming down after having that done. I don't have a fan on me at the moment, but I might take a little break later to do that if I don't cool down a little bit from, obviously, rushing around a little bit. If I take a little slow and whatever and that kind of thing. What am I doing? Hi. I do streaming and things, don't I? Where are my notes? Here they are. Sorry, I had to turn off my, or restart my computer so all my things are kind of like in different places to what I would like and such like that. For some reason, I mean, I think it wanted to do an update anyway, but also my computer's being just a little bit weird recently. As I'm trying to put it into like the hibernate mode, it's going, no, I'm awake. And I said, no, hibernate. It's like, no, I'm awake. So there's things keeping it awake. I managed to find a thing that's keeping it awake. One time it was doing that, which is like the audio thing. It was apparently messing up, so I kind of just restarted that and managed to go into the hibernation. But other times, like, where's my pointer? That's my pointer. There it is. Okay, so it changed. That's why I didn't realise what it was. So, but yes. But last night it was just not wanting to do that, and it was saying it was something else, but then I kind of stopped that, and then it still didn't want to go to sleep or whatever, so I decided to try and do the update and whatever, and because my laptop had kind of been on or whatever for about, I think it was like 26 days or something like that, so it's like it's probably in need of a restart as well. So yeah, when I say on, I mean obviously it goes into hibernate, but it still counts as being on when it's hibernating and such like that. But yeah, it's probably a good idea to have a refresh and stuff like that. What else do I want to kind of go over here? Oh yes, last time we came across in one of the Amiga magazines the title of a Dizzy game, which was Dizzy and the Lost Treasure of the Yoke Folk. But that obviously when we were playing the Dizzy games, we didn't come across something called Dizzy and the Lost Treasure of the Yoke Folk. But I have found, I've just got to get this stuff up here. That's not what I want. Where is it? Scroll down here. Why? Oh, I know that's there. Oh gosh. Sorry, I'll be with everybody in a moment. So I found a couple of things here. Searching for that name brought me to a page. Oh gosh. Using a computer is hard, isn't it? Okay, this should brought me to this page, which you might be able to see if we look here. It said, you may have heard of the never-released Dizzy game, Dizzy and the Lost Treasure of the Yoke Folk. Well, according to this bit from York Sinclair issue 83, this game became Crystal Kingdom Dizzy. So yes, Crystal Kingdom Dizzy was that game that they were mentioning. However, it had a name change for the best, I think, because Dizzy and the Lost Treasure of the Yoke Folk was a little long. But if we go to this scene instead, I don't want to log in to Messenger. Thank you very much. Can you go away? Thank you very much. So yeah, if you look at the yokefolk.com, as I show here, we had the story. I did read out this story. It's about Grand Dizzy being trying to go out on an adventure and just being, a bit old to go out on an adventure, and such like that. So we've got where is it? They're actually mentioning it somewhere here. It's like the Temple of the Crystal Kingdom. It's been robbed. Every egg knows the crystal sword, chalice, and crown are removed from the temple. Terrible, strange things will happen to the Yoke Folk. If you remember this here. Where is it? Here we go. Dizzy decided he must begin his trek to retrieve the Yoke Folk's treasure. He packed his knapsack and popped on his new safari hat. Dizzy grimaced with gritted teeth and dramatically declared, "Don't fear, Grand Dizzy. The lost treasures of the Yoke Folk will soon be found." So they still put that title in there somewhere. In a way, that's kind of like a title drop, but they changed the name of it to Crystal Kingdom, which is, a little easier to say and read and whatever, that kind of thing. So, what else do we have on here? Hi, Alfie! I hope you're doing well. If I remember correctly, you were going away for something. I hope that all went well. But yes, hello. Let me just go back to, gosh, having trouble remembering how things work here and there. I've had a little thing as well. You may be able to kind of see. This is like the start of the facial hair removal stuff. It was, they say that the upper lip is the most painful kind of area and whatnot. Yes, cool. I'm showing your sisters. Glad you're being looked after. But yes, so as you can see, the area that they were doing it, and they said yes, and they said they would. This is like one of the most sensitive parts. So I mean, I had about an hour of it, and it's like it wasn't the greatest. I kind of maybe did some kind of flinching with my eyes and stuff like that at one point, and my eyes had little tears rolling down here or whatever, because or making my eyes water and stuff like that. But otherwise, it's kind of a very odd sensation. But you wouldn't have noticed. Okay, well, certain angles, I think it stands out a little bit more. Looks like I'm trying to do like a Gomez cosplay, but in blood, which is very fitting. Oh gosh. Excuse me. So yeah, I've actually got my next facial hair removal appointment next week, and they won't be focusing on this area. They're going to let it obviously calm down, and whatever. So that'll be a good thing. So we're probably going to focus on well, we are going to focus on another things you're aware and looking for it. Yes. So it's just kind of focusing on a different area and whatever, because I kind of might have which ear is this? This is this ear. I might ask them to start kind of like going down here or whatever, so that I can figure out how I actually want to style that. Because I asked them if they had any like methods or whatever to style that, and they said they follow it from the person they're doing it on. So it's like, I don't know. What do I do? But yeah, I think the general thing is because when, like, obviously I'm doing a shave, I can have a little bit of this like thing. If there's like this bit kind of covering like the side of my face here, and I'm trying to get stuff underneath, I can't easily just brush this out of the way and just get all the bits underneath. Some of like the bits that are kind of supposed to be hanging down there are going to get caught and whatever. And so if they start there, and then I won't have to shave quite as near to that area and stuff like that, then they will be able to. Then I will be able to have that grow out a little bit more naturally from the especially the bottom parts of that, and we'll see. But yeah, so we'll see. With that, so yes, next facial hair appointment's next week. So once again, Wednesday, no cam on that day. I could have gone to no cam today because of the obvious, but I thought, why not? I mean, it's just like, I'm not embarrassed by it and whatever. It's just like, yeah, I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing I'm going through. A thing I've kind of openly talked about as well. So it's like, of course it's going to show up. I just don't like having the hair. That's why I'm getting rid of. That's why I'm not showing it on camera when I have the hair, when I have to have the hair and such. So yeah, I mean, what I've put in my notes here is like, no cam again next week, and so get used to it. See, after that might be a bit direct, might be a little bit rude or whatever. Just saying, get used to it. But it's basically, bleh. Sorry, words. What I might try I can't easily show this. What I might want to do is look at it this way instead. So I think this doesn't mess things up if I do this. But I wanted to show this thing here, which you're not going to be able to see right now. I don't know if that paused the video or something like that, but I have a clip, and I want to save this to, well, in there. I'll call it, well, let's call it something more descriptive. What's the date today? 11:06. I don't want to put dashes in a file name, do I really? Or slashes. 0621, just so that it's a little more whatever. Words are hard. Words are always hard, Katie. You always found words difficult. But I have a thing I should be able to bring up. I think it's in browser. Here we go. So this is my YouTube subscribers. Yeah, you should be able to see everything okay here. So I started around about, just into 2009. You see down there? Yeah, you can see down there as well. I started kind of just around in 2009 over here, like late 2009 going to 2010, and obviously starting off very, very small and kind of just coming up and up and up and up and up and up. And you can see this slope is kind of like just generally rising up here, very gently rising, and it kind of like should kind of more have gently risen up here, but about a year ago I started getting some issues with it kind of just going up and down, up and down, up and down around just below 180. But as you can see here now, I've got 181. subscribers. I mean, that's still probably going to go up and down and stuff like that. But I finally got back over 181 after a while. So, but yeah, you see like that gradual growth. And as I said, just for the last year here, it's just been hovering around the same kind of values and stuff like that. So hopefully this is a more positive trend. Thank you, West. So also, whilst I kind of get this up, I've been talking about, I've been trying to learn Japanese and things like that. I did recently find something sort of useful. I only found these two, unfortunately. Let me see if I bring this up. Is it gonna... okay, that didn't work. What if I get rid of that and then do this? Oh gosh, where's my pointer? Did that work? That did work. I was looking at the wrong preview anyway. I really shouldn't be looking at the one preview on the one screen, but I was. So yeah, we got this nice kanji map here. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got all these easy ones to start off with and whatever. And then it's just basically having a big grid of them like this would be good to try and remember things. You can see here it's made by, I don't know if you can see, I'm kind of in the way of who it's made by. So let me just get myself out of the way so we can actually... Where's my webcam? There it is. They can actually like credit whoever made it properly. Can I zoom in here? There we go. Oh gosh. Can you see a little bit better? Oh no, you can't see better. Let me try and drag this up. You can kind of see a bit there. So Palinus on DeviantArt or whatever, they made it. So, and then, yeah, there we go. Based on, I think it says kanji and some other stuff. Whatever, but yeah, here we go. We got boop that there. So yeah, I've been kind of just looking at this and just kind of like skipping from like one to one. Like, I like this one. I have been showing Starly some of these because they're kind of like, some of them are easy, like tree. This looks like a tree. This looks like woods because it's 2 trees. This down here looks like forest because it's 3 trees, and it's all very good. And then you get something to like sound, and it's like, well, that could be a speaker cone or something like that. Mouth is kind of, yeah, maybe ear, kind of, whatever. River, that looks like, yeah, that's kind of makes some sense. And then correct. Oh gosh, how do I remember this? And then we have study, which is like, this is child, yeah, child over here is this little figure. And then you have study, the child kind of has a hat on or whatever. But then character is the same child kind of figure, but with this other kind of hat on. And it's like, oh no, this is kind of different and whatever and stuff like that. And then it gets even more difficult. Can I go to the next one? Here we go. And this is like the grade 2 and slightly grade 3. Grade 3 ones are kind of down here a little bit, whatever. But yeah, so you've got about 200 extras or 180 whatever extras for this one here, but yeah, there's a lot more here, and I find this kind of like a good way to kind of like try and absorb things, because having just a big long list is not easy. Because let me just finish talking about this first, because then I can go on to other things like this garden. This one over here, garden. Not too bad. It looks like a little patch with some maybe flowers growing in it and stuff like that. That's kind of not too bad. Country, oh gosh, guess this box could mean like area or something like that, area of land. Then drawing, oh gosh, it's got the same box. And things like that. And it's like, oh gosh. Now it's getting difficult. And thin, this is thin apparently, and this is thick. They don't look very similar to each other, and it's just like, oh gosh, there's a lot to remember. But I think having these pictures up on the screen, just kind of darting from one to the other, might make it easier for me to kind of remember, because I know this one fairly well. Eat over here, because it's I just recognise the shape. It's one of these things, like this shape stuck in my mind somehow. And then I was showing to Starly as well. You've got horse here. Look at horse. It's got like some kind of block thing with a little like tail or something with some little legs maybe. And then, oh gosh, fish is very similar. Got a block thing with some little legs. Or bird, a block thing with some little legs and stuff like that. And then you got, oh, black is a block thing with some little legs and stuff. And go, oh no. Oh gosh. But yeah, so but we did look up, I mean, Starly found for me, it's on Wiktionary. You can, get these characters and put them in, into there, and it'll show you kind of like how they evolved. So this is kind of like the horse's head part. Let me zoom in a little bit so I can show a little bit better. So this is like the horse's head part. This is its mane flowing in the wind behind there, and these are its little legs and such like this. The fish, it was kind of more of a vertical fish, so this is like going to be the fish head here and whatever. The bird, we can kind of see he's kind of got a wing here, maybe like the face up here, because the eye, oh gosh, does it show here? I think it's on the last one that it showed. Where's the eye? Eye is like a box separated into like 3 bits there. But this is a box separated into 2 bits here. So, oh wow! And then bird and chirp are similar, but this is like the kanji for mouth. So bird and bird mouth means bird makes noise. So some of these, but this one especially was kind of an interesting one. The one for buy. Now you might think, I thought it's like a stack of coins or whatever, and then this is somebody's hands. They're giving the coins and whatever. So that's pretty neat. That's a way for me to remember it. So that's the way I'm going to remember it. But also, there is the thing here where it actually comes from. This is apparently a net here, and this is a cowrie or a shell or something like that. So basically, a long while ago, a very long while ago, shells used to be used for money. So buying things is like collecting shells and things like that. And yeah, there's a lot of things like that, and it's like, gosh, it's difficult. And oh yeah, there's another one. It's like, okay, so these marks, this kind of like a little box here, well, there's a little mouth really with some lines going across it. That's say, okay, that's not too bad. And talk, oh look, it's got this same kind of symbol but squished a little bit. And then it's got this other symbol next to it. That's talk. Okay, cool. We can go with that. Then we come across here and we see another one here. It's like, oh, there's another one here. This thing here next to this here, which means language, and that's good. This one is read. It's got the same kind of thing. So kind of like it's languagey stuff and whatever. And then record. Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense too, and whatever. But there was another one around here which I'm not quite sure if I'm going to find, because obviously there's a lot of these, which is like it blows it out of the water even further. Oh yes, like this here. Measure. It's got this same thing, but then it's got this. It's like, oh no, I thought I had an easy way to remember these and whatever, but it's kind of blown it out of the water. And how? Why is circle this? I mean, I guess you could have like a pair of compasses or something like that, and this is why circle makes sense here. A point. This is not a point. This is somebody pointing. You could like maybe say this is how you remember the kanji of a point. It's somebody pointing, and those lines could be like the anime lines. Bah! Important or whatever. Yeah, long. It's I guess that could be like a ruler, and this is somebody measuring something with a ruler or something like that. And gosh, yes, mother and father are like this. Oh, this is another one I looked at. This is father. Okay, this is what father looks like. It looks like kind of a grumpy face or whatever, a tired face or something like that. And you go, fine, that's father, cool. And then oh no, they've gone and done it again. This is intersect. Father has a hat on, and it's intersect now. Oh gosh. Father puts his hat on to be intersectional. Father is very inclusive when he has his hat on. Oh dear me. Yeah, and other things like this down here. This is one of the things I've kind of just remembered. This is go. This is what go looks like. You know, if you're going somewhere, you use this one, and it's like it doesn't look like anything to me, but that symbol actually somehow sits in my brain, and oh, that's go. Don't know why, it's just I recognise the symbol here. This is return, because this is somebody kind of like, I'm returning, and whatever. And this is like their house or something, or the curb next to their house, and so they're walking back home or whatever. This is somebody walking, so this is kind of like, this is like the horizon, and there's maybe a lamppost in the background, and this is like their body, this is their feet, and these are the little legs. They're just having a little walk, whatever, along. And this one here is run, because they're kind of like, doing whatever. This is kind of like a hill in the background here. They've got 1 foot up in the air and 1 foot on the ground, and they're just doing a run like this and stuff like this. And stop, that's fine. It's like stop, which is kind of like the pointing one, but it's stop instead. Active. Apparently these little things here kind of mean water. So this is somebody sweating because they're active, and they're probably going, oh, that's their face because that's their mouth, and they go, oh, whatever, like that, or something like this. This is a store because it's the pointing person, but they're under a cover, so they're at a store and they've got their counter in front of them or whatever. This one's pleasure, apparently. Maybe they're just lying down and sweating, and that's their pleasure. I don't know. I mean, you've got to kind of figure out ways to remember these. This is song. Okay, so they've got some speakers here. These are like the speaker cones, and this is the speaker cabinet, and this is the person standing here listening to their song or dancing to their song or whatever. Cool. This is sword, which doesn't look like a sword. This is what? I remember this shape for what. So there we go. But yeah, some of them, it's like this means diligence, and possibly the separate bits mean something, or if I looked at what the pictures came from, maybe I'd remember, because apparently with stuff like this here, north, these are 2 figures, 2 people who are back to back, and apparently that means that's supposed to invoke back, because they're back to back, and that means going back north or back up north or something like that. It's like, really? That's how you have the etymology of that. That's quite a thing. This is south, and they're not quite sure exactly why this means south, but this could be like a house, and houses are usually designed to be faced south or something like that. And we have east, and this is the wrong etymology for east, but there's a way to remember it. This is a tree, and this is the sun behind the tree, and so the sun is rising behind the tree. That means it's the east because the sun rises in the east. And this is west because this is the little bird, apparently. And the little bird is settling down its nest. So at the end of the day, the little bird settles down its nest, and so that is west because the sun sets in the west and stuff like this. I've got near and far here. Oh yeah, where is yes, new over here. New is this, and you might think, gosh, how does that mean new? But apparently this is a tree. I think it was like an ash tree or something like that. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But this is a tree, and this is an axe. And so using the axe to chop down the tree, it is. I'm not saying anything about the person. Sorry, you've distracted me. So you've got the tree and you've got the axe. You're chopping down the tree to make something new. This is old, and it's a little bit on the nose, I feel. But this is an easy one for me to remember, that is old. This is direction, because somebody's very dramatically pointing in a direction. But this is new, because you've got the axe and you've got the tree, which is, that's pretty good. Axe and tree, new. You make something new when you chop down a tree. Cool. So Y is near an axe on a road or something like that. This is far, or an axe on a sled or a road or whatever. So this is near. The axe is near you on the road, and this can mean soil, this kind of cross thing here, whatever, and this, I can't remember what this is, but if you've got soil, the soil is far away on the road. Some things are hard to remember. Like, you have snow and cloud here, they look very similar, and whatever, and rain I remembered for a couple of reasons. Is rain on here? Gosh. Is rain further back here? Here we go. Here's rain. So this is rain. So it looks like there's a window here, and you're looking out the window, and there's rain going past. That's good. This frog is gold, by the way. It looks like a frog to me. So, but the frogs are gold, and Friday is Frog Day or Gold Day. So that's what you have as the symbol for Friday, or it's part of the symbol for Friday. Anyhow, so rain here, you got the things, and it's also pronounced Ame, which, obviously I watch a streamer called Amy or Amethyst and whatever, so it's like, this reminds me, or I remember the actual word to go along with this, or the pronunciation to go wrong with it as well, because it's like, it's raining and Amy's staying inside doing some sleeping, so that's fine. But yeah, it's like town and village. Oh gosh. I guess this is a tree, isn't it? And I know this is something. Apparently this can be like a rice field as well here. So, but the town is the rice field. I don't know. This is gosh. And this is kind of like a. There's a kanji which looks like this. Not a kanji. Katakana looks like this, called ka. But also, there's a kanji, which looks like this as well, as you can see here. This always kind of has the shape to me of a capybara head. So you have the little nose up here, and then the little jaw comes down here. This is the back of their head, and these are the little ears. So I remember ka as capybara. Capybara, see? And whatever. So yeah, dog. This is dog, which is Inu, which you may know from certain dogs as the Shiba Inu, and whatever. So it's got a little kind of dog mouth with a little spot here. But also, they couldn't make it completely easy, because large is like a very similar thing as well to that. And there's another one with the kind of mark somewhere else, which means something else. Let me see, is it over here? Yeah, that kind of other thing here. This one, when it's down here, means thick instead. So if it's up here, it means dog. If it's down here, it means thick. Oh, hello, Ali. If you don't mind me calling Ali, just to shorten names down and stuff like that. But yeah, this is parent. This is the tree, and this is an eye thing. So tree, eye apparently means parent as well. We will get on to games in a bit. I've just got distracted talking about Japanese. If you don't know, if you haven't been around my stream before, I get distracted a lot. Yeah, look, this is only the grade 2 kanji. And then this is the grade 3 kanji. No, grade 1 kanji. This is grade 1 kanji. Can I flick to the next page, please? No. Oh, gosh. In hiragana. Yeah, I have my ways of mostly remembering hiragana and katakana, but kanji, obviously, as I said, this is just the grade 2. It's got a bit of grade 3 ones at the end of here. But then, obviously, there's a lot more. There's like at least 2,000 that you've got to know to have like general read newspapers and things like that, and such like that. But there was another thing which I'd saved somewhere else. I see, because I found it actually quite useful. Let me get this loaded up onto the browser I've got over here as well. No, I don't want to do that. A copy, thank you. And then no. Gosh, browser, please. There we go. We have this, and this is because I only found those. The person who made those 2 pictures only made those first 2 pictures, but I found a website which has it kind of like laid out in a similar way, which makes it easier for me to figure things out. So yeah, this is now another thing that I've kind of got, which I'm going to be looking at occasionally. I think, because I haven't seen a lot of these, because I've been going through Duolingo as well, so I haven't seen a lot of these on Duolingo, so I might just work on those first 2 grades first, and then this is grade 3. As you can see, it says up here, grade 3, and whatever, and then there's all these in grade 3 kanji, but also it's quite helpful. I know this one says nomi or nomu or something like that, which means to drink. It's kind of slightly annoying. You think, oh, nom, I could use that to remember eating, but it's not. It's drinking instead. This is kind of like a similar thing anyway. Okay, so this is swimming, which can be. I mean, there are different pronunciations for a bunch of things, because there's the Chinese-derived pronunciation and the Japanese-derived pronunciations of things, whatever. It can get very complicated, but this one is swim here, and it's pronounced like yogi, which is, it sticks in my mind because it's yogi, like Yogi Bear or yogurt or something like that anyway. But yeah, I think this is baggage. There's one that's for backpack, which is similar to this, which is kaban as well. I don't know why kaban sticks in my head, it just does. I mean, some of these things stick in my head for an obvious reason, other things stick in my head for not obvious reasons, whatever. But yes, a good one here. So you got was it menu there, up there. So oh yeah, hiragana and katakana and kana. This is going to be quiz because it says up there what it actually is. But yeah, this is kind of like the the saying thing, and then this is somebody pointing over one of these things, which I think means quiz. But yeah, this is the kanji for kanji. And then you got the kanji quiz, and you can say here, this is kanji of the day. Oh, point, isn't it? We just looked at that one. That one's point. let me see. Yeah, spot, point, mark, special, whatever. And this also shows you how to draw it as well. Do I click on it? There we go. It shows what the lines you draw. Sometimes it shows you on different sites the actual animations of where you draw from and to. So you start. It looks like start here. It's normally from like top to bottom and left to right. But you can see this is the way you draw it. And apparently learning the way you draw it as well can be quite helpful, because if somebody like scribbles it down or whatever and doesn't take the pen off the paper at the right spots and doesn't put the pen down on the paper at the right spots, it's easier to figure out what they're doing by the basic motions they're making to do it. So this one is down, cross, down, ba 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 ba. So if you see something roughly in that kind of pattern, then you'll kind of know, oh, they're trying to draw this one or whatever. But I'm not at that point yet. I'm really not at that point yet. I've been learning for quite a little while. I mean, what is... Oh gosh, I have a follow. Thank you very much for the follow. So on Duolingo, I've got my streak of, when it loads up here, should load up in a bit here. I got my streak 152 days. I mean, I'm doing like, it's kind of the minimal, but I'm wanting to do the minimal just to keep up with it every day, which is, it's making me do it every day and think about it every day and kind of keep it fresh in my mind and stuff like that. So yeah, that is kind of where I am with that. I'm just gonna move some things around here a moment. So yeah, 152 days. If you divide that roughly by 30, you get like 5 months, is that? Wow. So yeah, roughly about 5 months I've been, just like chipping at it a little bit. Not kind of like immersing myself or anything like that. Just kind of like trying to kind of get it in my head as like an everyday kind of thing. But so yeah, it's got this, and if you go back to the main page here, you go on katakana kanji. So if you go for kanji, you can see here it's got the grades here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have like 80, 158, 200, 200, 200, 180 all through the grades. So I'll be able to recognise or remember that I should recognise the ones from this. This is called kanjiwakaru.com. This is how it's spelled, kanjiwakaru.com. So you go through all these, and this is kind of like the Japanese proficiency kanji lists. So you can sit these to try and prove that you know kanji. I think this is the way it goes here. So this only has 80, so it's only at 1. This keeps on going up a little bit here, and then you have like 1,200 and whatever, and this is the top 200 most used kanji. So this could be like a very useful site. There's obviously other sites and stuff as well, but I found this very useful for like just having like these lists, whatever, listed out like this with like the symbol and then the English word underneath. So I can make these connections, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be able to read first more than anything else, because I'm not thinking of going to Japan. I just want to, broaden my knowledge and be able to read some things that I haven't been able to read previously and stuff like that. So yeah, the hiragana first, but it's 2-3 years ago. Yeah, but as I said, I've been using Duolingo. Duolingo is fairly good for learning the both the kanas, the katakana and hiragana. It's pretty good for learning these, but obviously, depending on how you learn, you could just like learn it from this kind of thing. But yeah, I found Duolingo to help me out quite a bit with that. So let me actually go back to my notes on here, just make sure I kind of mentioned things. Yep, I showed that off. That is fine. Right, okay, so yes, today we've got some things we need to get through to, and I've been waffling on maybe a little too long before getting to them, so let me, gosh. I have 2 screens, and yet still I get things get hidden behind other things and whatever. But we're going to be doing Amiga. A few Codemasters games I've put it up as, because yeah, I just blah, whatever. My brain is really with it today. Anyhow, so we will start with this one. Oh gosh, no, put it on fast forward. Anyway, CJ's Elephant Antics. Boy, this is loud. Let me pause this and maybe turn the volume of this down a bit. Where's my pointer gone? Gosh. Oh, gosh. If I had 3 screens, it would be more complicated for me. Let's see. Let's turn that down to there at the moment, and let's see. And whilst this is paused, I can actually kind of read some of this. So, CJ the elephant, stolen from his mother, is destined for a zoo in England until, all of a sudden, turbulence rocks the plane and CJ's cage bursts open. Grabbing a nearby umbrella, CJ heads for the door and leaps out. Brave CJ. Landing in Paris, CJ realises he is free and starts his long journey through Europe, heading for his home and family in Africa. So this is Paris, apparently. I was going to kind of some screenshots going on. Oh, credits. Oh, I clicked on the thing and it's saying get ready now. Sorry. But here I am. I'm CJ. I can shoot peanuts at people or animals or whatever. Yes, I've never played this game before, so we're going to find out what it's like. At the moment, it's kind of similar to, New Zealand Story. Oh gosh. Apparently you can have 2 players on this as well. Come on, shoot them, CJ. There we go, get the banana. Poodles? Why are poodles in the zoo? Oh gosh. Oh no, CJ. Ah. Can I just go through the platforms, down? No. To jump over. Oh gosh. I'm trying to spike myself. Can I just jump over? I don't know. Oh yes, it's Paris, isn't it? Sorry. Paris, so poodles, I suppose, makes some kind of sense, doesn't it? Oh gosh, this is slightly awkward. Oh, I have a flashing thing. I'm guessing that's invulnerability. Flashing is usually invulnerability, isn't it? Okay, guess I'm not... Oh gosh, the frogs are after me. Ah! What's that? I'm getting this thing in the circus. Oh gosh, there's an angry cloud. Uh-oh. Oh, here's Paris, and are these people? Actual people that CJ here is shooting peanuts at. Cloud, please stop bothering me. Gosh, this is kind of awkward. Oh, there's another cloud as well. Clouds, come here, I want to destroy you if I can. I don't know if it's that kind of invincibility. Gosh, oh dear me. They're very generous with their lives though, aren't they? Oh, I got some bombs apparently as well. Do I space for bombs? Enter for bombs? Oh no, that's fast forward, I don't want to do that. Oh, I push down to throw the bombs, okay. Ah, gosh no. Do a jump, please, CJ. Can I do this? Bomb the police. Ugh, gosh. I'm guessing they're the police. Gosh, difficult to get through there. Oh dear. Well, I suppose you can do like taking damage to save time because of the mechanics of this if you really want to. If anybody wants to do a speedrun, oh gosh, speedrun of CJ here. I don't know why you would, but you can if you wish. Oh gosh. Frog, you're in a very, very rude place there. I doubt I can jump through here. Oh no, yep. Oh dear, well bye-bye CJ. Game over. We'll play a bit of it. Okay, oh no. And they probably realised it was a bit difficult and such like that because they only give you... Oh gosh. Boop. Please fire at the right time. CJ. CJ, please. Oh, gosh. There we go. Yeah, they give you plenty of lives. And CJ is very sensitive. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. No, please go down faster. I want you to get down there faster so you could attack the chihuahuas. Or not chihuahuas. Poodles, that's the one. Small dogs, the same thing. Yes. That was slightly sarcastic, by the way, chat. You don't need to point that out to me. Right, you have a peanut to the face. Ugh, no, oh gosh. Well, guess I'm just doing this then. Oh no, it's right here. Okay, so you have to go up on these things. Angry cloud. Can you please leave me alone? I mean, at least they're just flying above me and they're not actually trying to hurt me. Oh dear. Oh, and back down here again. So we can't cheat past there at least. I think I'm doing worse than I was doing last time. What? How did that work? That didn't work, but you know, oh gosh. I really wish to just get a little bit further, but oh, the cloud did attack me then. Okay, I thought the cloud. Never mind. Cloud, please mind your own business. I am merely an elephant trying to get home to my family. Oh, that was close enough to get injured. Yeah. So. I don't know how far through that we're going to get, so let me go to the next one, which there was after CJ. I don't know if they get home or what happens. Do fast forward here. Yeah, we got that. That thing flies around. What else do we have? All GRBs, yeah. Geez, that's going to be the probably French for police, right? So CJ is now in the USA, apparently. Don't know how that happens. Gendarme, okay. Yes, that was it. So it got Ash Hogg and somebody else on this, apparently. Which I didn't catch the name of because it went by. Written by Genesis Software, sorry. The MCMX. Oh gosh, it goes by too fast to read. But yeah, Ash and John worked on this apparently. New York. 0 elephants rescued so far. So we're rescuing elephants now, are we? Pew pew. A very similar kind of gameplay going on here. We're now in New York, where apparently have yellow dogs. And chipmunks? Well, you walk through that wall. I can walk through the wall as well. Oh, and look, it's Chuck from, Mario. Can I climb up these? No, they look like they should be climbable, don't they? But apparently not. Okay, guess I'm not going this way. Chuck, please leave me alone. Let's see what's down here. Oh, I guess I can't get over there. Fine. No, it's still a bit awkward to do it even in this one. gosh, there's another police person, it looks like. Yeah, let's go in here so we can attack these. Take this. Or I don't know if they're police or whether they're zoo people, but you know, to an elephant it's probably very, very similar. Oh gosh, really, I have to choose. There's a crocodile down here as well, or an alligator, I don't know. Are there alligators in the sewers of New York, is what it's trying to say here. Boop. It really is kind of awkward. I mean, I know I have my bombs, but I only have a very limited amount of bombs. Oh, really? This is great. Bomb them. There we go. So I want to save my bombs where I can. Oh gosh. Oh, this is all too... Oh no, the cloud is actually attacking this time. With lightning bolts. Oh, oof. There we go. So I can't... Yeah, I have to go up these awkward things going across, I think. To here. And then go across. I'll see the floating platforms of New York. Oh, and I have to wait here as well. Of course I do. If they're like zoo people trying to catch animals, why aren't they catching chipmunks and things like that? Why do they just want poor CJ here? So yeah, this is merely just seeing what these games are like and not necessarily playing through a lot of them if they're going to be difficult to play through. Okay, gosh, this is difficult, isn't it? Yep, I don't know how you intended to do that. What? Why did I... never mind. I think it's alright. Those spikes are very intentionally grabby, but yeah, since I've never played either of those CJ games before, that's what they're like. It's kind of like a very budget version of New Zealand Story. And then we have this other one here, which I want to remind people. Let me try and find this before I move on. Where is it? It's going to be in these notes here, isn't it? I want to remind people of a thing. Power 9. And then it was... Where is it? A thing, indeed, a thing. So yes, this is what we're looking at. Let me get that up on the screen so everybody else can kind of see what we're looking at here. So if you remember, we were looking through the Amiga Power magazine here, and this was about Codemasters and things like this. So this is David Darling here, indeed. These are the Oliver twins down here, and somebody here, it was Paul Ransom, that's not who that is. Is this? No, that's Richard D. Okay. Paul Ransom, who didn't want their photo taken, maybe for reasons we're going to find out here, said about the next one we're going to look at here. Little Puff the Dragon, we've sort of given up on. He wasn't much of a character anyway, but it was the name that caused the most trouble. People didn't really like the idea of playing a game called Little Homosexual in Dragonland. So yes, that is what I wish to refer to there for that. And, you know, because I am who I am, I try. I'm doing this. Oh gosh. If anybody comes in and starts going, what the heck is that? Please explain it to them. Gosh, but let me light up the actual game here. And these people made the game available for us to play. Thank you for that. Yeah, it has an advert for Fantasy World Dizzy, apparently, in here as well. And there we have a little thing. Oh no, somebody's posting a thing. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by things that have already been posted. Whatever. But yes, here we go. A little Puffin Dragon. They're giving an advert for the actual game in the game, apparently. I don't know how this works. You know, I feel I can get away with this, putting this up on the screen here a little bit more, since I have the tags below and anybody watching me understands anyway. Code by Neil Harding, graphics by Paul Johnson, music and effects by David Kelly and Lyndon Sharp. And there's some other words or names which have gone off the screen here. Oh yes, please get these other games as well. Okay, so we go back to the start there. So what is Little Puff? Well, this is Little Puff apparently. Is this a Dizzy-like game? Oh, that's a button apparently. Can I pick these up? Can I push fire and down to pick things up? There's a scary looking tree here. Lots happening here, isn't there? Oh, the tree, I have to... Oh, I can't... Apparently this is unjump overable or unwalk roundable. So I can't seem to go through there. Oh gosh. Are you going to do that again? Pass. Okay, so how do I? Indeed. Oh, there's a thing over here. Apparently, this is... Oh! This might be fire. I guess I'm not supposed to be firing fire at the person there, so let's go back to this log and see if we can set that on fire. No? This isn't for set... Oh, it is! It's going to be one of these kind of games. Oh, we got holes in the ground as well. A burger. Nice. A bottle of some sort. And a letter. Oh, gosh. Oh! Okay. Let me just change the title. We've done the joke. Let me change the title. Oh gosh, no, I don't want to do that. Let me push this back over here. And then that. We'll try again. We have some more of an idea what's going on, but still, one life. They just give you one life to do this. You only get one shot, so you've got to not miss your chance. Hello, Chaos. I hope you're doing well. I was trying to remember whether I'd seen you already today or not. I only have one life. Yes, one shot. Let's not get spaghetti all over the place or whatever the lyrics are. It's a good job you've dropped by. Because obviously I was considering the whole... Can't shoot fire in the air. And this coconut was dangerous. Ah. This is what Little Puff is going to be like. Yes, I was wondering when you're going to show up, because obviously we have a... Damn you, Little Puff. We have a thing that you wanted to see. And so after giving up on Little Puff, which I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be giving up on Little Puff. Put a save down here. I mean, look at that. Just the tiniest tip of Little Puff's tail apparently is enough. Let's see, can I escape? This really is, isn't it? And then... Oh no, I've run out of my fire breath as well. Okay. Well... Oh, these are not whole... Are they... Little Puff! Oh no, there's a bee here. We got a box! A box! And a little spider as well. And I put the box down here. Can I jump on the box now? Yes, here we go. We get a life ring. Oh no. They never gave Dizzy a gun. I never would have trusted Dizzy with a gun. Is this down? Oh no. I'll drop that there. What is this? A foot pump? Let me take the gun with me. I might want the gun. Oh yeah, there's the... Oh, now am I stuck down here? Possibly due to some chomping. Dizzy should not be allowed any kind of weapon. I don't think Little Puff should either. So I think I'm stuck there. But I'm not stuck there. Of course I'm not stuck there, because you only get one life. Oh, Little Puff. Oh, little Puff. This music is pretty funky. But Little Puff. But yeah, let's try... Oh no, the bee's back. The bee has returned. So yeah, I mean, I feel... Oh no, I have to push the... What? Why is it just cycling? Or do I have to cycle it to the end in order to put it... Yeah, how do I pick this up? Collision detection on this. Apparently the coconut can get my tail, but this... Oh. Hello, bee. Oh, gosh. I need to get past the bee. Don't know if this is going to help. Bee! Okay. Well, my box is left behind. But I want it not to fall down there. No, no, no. Can you stand on this? There we go. Unknown cheats for this game. Well, that sounds fantastic. I don't know why are you putting that down. We can have a go. I'll see if I can get my life belt here to do anything. Was that the life belt, or was that the water or the egg which killed me? I don't know. Well, okay. Do I need the life belt in that position to be able to use it? Okay, I can't tell which one got me there. Do I need to use the life belt? Put. What are these unknown cheats? Yeah. So, the CJ games and Little Puff here, don't think I'm going to be playing through them fully. But I would like to know these unknown cheats. We do like a little bit of mystery. Love ourselves a bit of mystery. Wow, that looks like one of those Twitch names which comes up and gets automatically banned. So, OL127RL. Let's see. So from here, OL127RL. Didn't meaningfully make any difference here, as far as I can see. Unsurprisingly, we have Ms. Female Woman in the chat. Okay, well, let's see if it gave us invulnerability. Nope. Did not give us invulnerability. Try it again. So it's definitely OL127RL. Enter. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing much, if anything. Caps lock and L, that's a combination, isn't it? Let's see here. On and then caps lock and L. These are mysterious cheats. Of course I'm being nice to your wife. They're very, very proficient at recognizing video games. Yeah, these are just mysterious cheats, are they? Let me try and see. From my usual thing here, little puff. Oh yeah, I got caps lock on because I had to hold it down. No, these are only. Huh. I was using spaces, yes. But yeah, these are only. Unless I need to type it out fully. No. Yeah, so it's only coming up with reviews rather than cheats here. Okay, the 012-7RL. That looks like a postcode, actually, doesn't it? I don't think you had a space on your thing, so we can try that. I found probably the thing that you're looking at here. So let's try this. OL12 space 7RL. It is an unknown cheat. Is it an invulnerability? It is not invulnerability. Oh gosh. But yeah, I can see the ones you're looking at. Apparently it's a level skip thing. Apparently another one is, I want details of the best Doctor Who event of 91, and I will send an SAE to Manoptkun22. Do I have to type out... I'm guessing the commas mean like you don't have to type it all out. I don't see how this is supposed to be working, but we can try one of them again. So it's like, I will send enter maybe? No. Try and make sure I type in things. Doesn't seem to be doing much. So unfortunately, I think this is as much a little pub as we're going to see. I hope you enjoyed. Yes, that is what I wasn't saying out because it was long and I got confused and all of that kind of thing. Where is the thing? Oh, I know why it's not showing up on here, because I had it on a tab, but then I closed all my tabs, so I know where it is then. I think. Oh, I don't know where it is. This is what I'm looking for. So, SA self-addressed envelope or stamped addressed envelope. But yeah, that's enough of little puff here. Hi again, people. As I said earlier in the stream, you may notice something. That's because I had some facial hair removal yesterday, so that is why there is something noticeable. But hello, everybody. I just want to point out we have 98 followers now, so that is good. We're getting nearer to the art stream, because who knows how good I'll be good I am at doing art. I think if the art stream comes, if we get to 100 followers during the time when Starly is going to be away, I think I might wait for Starly to actually be available to show, because I'm sure Starly is interested in seeing the art stream. So yeah, there's all that. But yes, Chaos wanted. This is not the thing that Chaos wanted. We should ash at them. Well, I've got to be nice to your wife, haven't I, Chaos? Oh no, your husband, sorry. I'm getting confused about who is who. But yeah, this is why I gave it the title of Little Homosexual in Dragonland for a moment. I'm kind of chickened out on it. Oh gosh. Oh no, please don't tell everybody anything. Oh gosh. So here we go. Apparently, you not have made plans, I know. But this is a game which I have been requested to play by Chaos, because I have a channel points reward, which is to play for at least half an hour a game which people suggest. So so we have this. You're going to make a game called Little Homosexual in Dragonland. and make me play it. Well, you can. I would be very happy to see you make a game, Starling. But here we go. I'll read out what's written here. So it says, 2 sisters, a truck driver and a housewife, fend off a kaiju apocalypse in the Great Smoky Mountains with their mech Mama Possum. Guide, click on the Mama Possum title screen above to start the story. A red light will shine beneath buttons on the dashboard when they can be clicked to progress. If there are no red lights on the dashboard, click on bold words to continue. Well, I don't know about bold words. Chaos, I have to do nice things for the union members, surely, yes. But what kind of caught my eye is this part here. The content warning. This story contains elements of body horror. Now, as I've kind of said before, horror movies and games and stuff like that don't really affect me so much. The suspense elements and that kind of thing don't really affect me so much and whatever. But what can affect me is things like body horror stuff, because if you know of the was it the Enigma of Amiga Fault or whatever by gosh, I've forgotten who it is at the moment. That's kind of very body horror-y, and in certain circumstances could make me feel uncomfortable, certainly, and other things like Junji Ito, that's the one, yes. There was a kind of like a meditation, mindfulness thing or whatever that was kind of like focusing on areas of the body. It's like, please pay attention to your knees now, and whatever. It's like, I just felt uncomfortable being told to pay attention to my knees and stuff like that, and various other parts of my body and such like that. It's like, I don't like this. And I remember also another thing standing out in my mind. There's a bit, spoilers for Quake 4. I'll put my hand down once I finish the spoilers for Quake 4 if you're ever going to play Quake 4. But in Quake 4, I was watching somebody play through it, and then it gets to a bit where your Marine gets transformed into one of the aliens, or gets alien bits grafted onto them, and that was a little too graphic and a little too body horror-y for me and stuff like that. So it was much of a surprise and such like that. But yeah, that's the end of the spoilers for Quake 4. But yeah, so basically some little things like that can generally make me feel uncomfortable and maybe not want to carry on if they're specific things and whatever. So we may or may not get through this and whatever, but it depends on what kind of body horror it is and that. But concept by Cassandra Core, story by Kevin Snow, artwork by George Cavallines, is that? And sound by Priscilla Snow. And we have some Patreon backers for this and whatever. And you can get a paid version, which you get a postcard and a sticker. Unfortunately, as it says, the finger puppet Edith is not included. She's just helping us sell these. Gosh, I think I'd want to get the finger puppet more than anything else, really. But But I have been asked to play some of this, so we'll have a play of it and see what it's like. Great job of selling. Yes, I know. I mean, even though I know I'm not going to get the possum, I still kind of am slightly persuaded, but would rather have the possum, to be quite honest. So what we have here, this is our mech, and we have some fuzzy dice, of course. We have a little TV, and it's like a CRT up here and a CRT down here. Of course, in the apocalypse, we can only find the CRTs. We have various other things, some wires coming down which aren't plugged in. Some levers, somebody riding a bomb, it looks like, over here. A punch button or something, a bite button, maybe. Some gauge or something or other. Is that smoking or non-smoking? I can't tell whether you're allowed to or not here. Some drinks holders, this is good. The mech got to have some drink holders to it. And various gauges and such like that. So there we go. So if we click on it, I believe it starts up. Here we go. And got a bit more colour to our mech here now. So I'm going to have to do a bit of reading. You approve. Her picture hangs above our dashboard. Little Adeline. So I'm guessing that's who this up here is. She's beaming in front of a backdrop of daffodils. Picked out herself. Her cousins all raised hell at the department store, crying and hollering, but not our Adeline. We did her hair in curls like Mama used to wear. She told us she felt like Lizzie McGuire. It says to click on the buttons with lights underneath, so we click on this one. Our steel knuckles crack the exoskeleton like a crab shell. Oh, we're actually doing the punching. Okay, cool. The roach's pained hiss tells us we've delivered a good hit. Way gravity resists movement at this scale. Our actions gotta be decided 15 seconds ahead. Ain't unlike being drunk. I feel like I have to have an accent for this. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do an accent, but I feel like this is kind of definitely encouraging you to do an accent. So was it way gravity resists movement at this scale? Our actions gotta be decided 15 seconds ahead. Ain't unlike being drunk. Or something like that. I don't know if I'm going to go with the accent. The pound button again here. So, we reach the carapace with our free hand and curl our fingers around the mess inside. The warmth makes my sister think of Christmas. Her deft extraction of turkey organs. Oh, okay. My absence in the memory gnaws at me. I push down the emotions and together we pull hard. What comes out could feed the whole state of Arkansas. Arkansas, home. Border's only 50 miles from here. Makes my skin crawl how close this roach got. They'll never make it past Tennessee, we said. Too damn wide. Now Texans say the same stuff about us. So let me go on to roach then. The disemboweled roach flails around like a wet hen. Yeah, there's more body horror for animals, really, isn't it? Pained, but motor skills intact. These creatures are packed with extra organs. Oh dear. Should have a warning for vegans as well on this, shouldn't it? We grab the roach by the scruff. Rotate. We slam its nasty pug face into the mountainside, into the hickories, maples, and sourwood trees, thorns every shade of green, bronze, and scarlet. Ain't nothing prettier a sight than the Great Smokies in autumn. So let's see what this says. Used to plan routes so my time in the sleeper berth would fall flat in East Tennessee. Nothing here for entertainment, just the way the mountains swallowed up that massive Peterbilt felt like being wrapped in a warm blanket. Now it all looks so small. Wide folds of flesh burst out of the roach's thorax. Wings, 4 of them, each one veiny and nasty as hell. This one's so little. About water tower sized? I'd have sworn it were a child. No time to react. It's already on our chest, claws embedded, scuttling up towards our head. The roach crawls into our steel snout. Oh no. Bite it. The roach's death call cuts out as our incisors shred its flesh. Yellow guts flood out our snout, rain down onto the mountainside. Crew will have a time cleaning this out. Workers back at the shop watch the action on fuzzy tube televisions on their table corners. Newscopters buzz around us like gnats in summertime. War correspondents? I know, our little Adeline watches. 2. Miming our fists. My fists. Our fists. The cylindrical spike withdraws from my spine. My head feels lighter, quieter, lonelier. I look over at my sister. She's hunched over in her harness, clutching at her chest. For a moment, I've forgotten how to talk to her with words. Just my heart. I'm fine, she said. It'll pass. Always feels unfair. Way she's got Dad's heart when I'm the only one who's lived so hard. When I'm the one who's lived so hard, whatever. A voice crackles from the CB. You'll shut down out there. Whatever. You'll shut down out there, Mama Possum? Give the word and I'll send some deadheads to haul you out. Over. Ted, that sweetheart. What a damn worrywart. We're fine. Roach just gave us a workout. Over. I drop out of my harness, stretch the blood back into my limbs. My little eyeballs can't see much out the windshield, where the fog rolls between the peaks. Good as the Smokies look on a postcard. In combat, I can never see anything. Shapes grow in the mist. Okay, here we go. Then vanish. Nothing. I must have the jitters. 10-4, I heard Ted say from the CB. There's that lingo. Fella wants to be Burt Reynolds so bad. 10-4, good buddy. Ted, satellites picked up this one roach, just the one. Clouds above, clouds below. Wish Mama Possum were as tall as other mechs sometimes. Radio crackle. Just the one. Rest got bombed in Carolina. Over. For a moment the sun passes between the clouds. In the golden hue upon the mist I see a whirlwind. The wings of roaches, beaten hard in the fog, headed towards our position. I dash back to my harness, pull myself inside so fast I nearly swing right back out. I check on my sister. Just a look to make sure she's doing fine, nothing snobbish, and her burly eyebrows. Burly eyebrows. Tell me all I need to know. I bite down, count 3, 2, 1. The spinal spike bores into my backbone. Gosh. First day of mech school. Real intense fella, shaved head, chalks the word solipsism on a board, then crosses it out. Didn't think much of it till I had my whole sense of self stuffed into a blender with my kin. Got rid of some resentments, made others 10 times worse. It's quite the story, isn't it? Wasn't around, enrolled in a community college 3 countries away, or counties? Yeah, counties away. Dropped out to repair junk on submarines. Came home just to drive trucks anywhere companies wanted him drove. Treated email and mobile phones like inventions of Lucifer himself. Anything to put Arkansas out of sight and out of mind. What is the Ark Kansas? You know, anti-Kansas, I suppose. Her hate washes over us both. Bitterness because I didn't help with funerals, divorces. Jealousy how I'd got off somewhere else, somewhere better in her mind. Frustration that I never picked up the phone. Used to tick me off. Didn't you see me surviving? Oh gosh. Well, she didn't. Couldn't. Easy for me to claim the high ground when I wasn't the one upset. 5 roaches. Not in some formation, just a nasty swarm heading towards the Arkansas border. With nothing in between but Mama Possum. Give him a punch. Psh. The roach flies so fast and our fists hit so fast, ain't much of a surprise when the green guts hit our windshield. Oh, this is a wiper, is it? Okay. Wipers take care of the viscera, but already a roach has claws in our back. 3 of those buzz around us, causing a god-awful racket. Psh. Whole cloud of nasties and our fist doesn't even hit one of them. Lights flash red on the dashboard. Fella on our back must be causing trouble. A battered-looking roach dives towards us. Can't open our snout. Glued shut with the mess from earlier. The roach hits us square in the chest. All the slack in our harness gives out as we lose our footing. Mama Possum is on the way down. Feels like someone hammered our skulls open when the back of Mama Possum's head collides with the boulder. External air rushes out into the cab. I can feel my sister's all right, but I look over to be sure. She gives me a thumbs up. Psh. Above us, roaches circle like vultures. 1, 2, 3 of them. Must have crushed the one on our back. Psh. We take hold of Slate and pull Mama Possum to her feet. Her heads pop back as a roach lands in our cab. On our cab, blocking our windshield with its banded belly, split open and leaking green. Those Carolina bombs do hurt. The wipers stick in the wound. Oh, gosh. The laboured groan of torn metal echoes inside our heads. Through the split in our skull, mandibles crane down and enclose my harness. I lean back in time to avoid the mandible's arc. Excuse me. The hatch covering our metal belly opens up wide. My sister's initiative. Our babies. Our dozens of nuclear babies. A last resort. Most don't hit the roaches. Oh, they are little possums riding nukes, aren't they? A bit Doctor Strangelove going on there. As I reach for the button, a mandible cuts my harness. The spinal spike rips out of my back, splits our minds apart like a wet napkin. Cabin feels 1,000 times brighter, so bright the light sears orange blotches into my closed eyelids. The floor rotates under me. I know this sensation. Mum driving us to Showbiz Pizza Place. A truck T-bones our old Chevrolet. Some invisible force throws my body every which way. That moment after industrial violence, when I don't know what the world looks like anymore. My fingertips search for wounds. Body sends 100 reports to my brain about breaks and bruises, but I'm not sweating a couple of ribs. Find some lacerations here and there, nothing a dab of iodine can't fix. I work up the courage to open my eyes. My sister, tangled in a harness, a pool of blood beneath her. Sparks shoot out from the machine running at the spinal spike. The spike withdraws from her flesh, then stabs her. Withdraws, stabs. I spring to my feet. My left ankle gives out. Broken. I hit the floor, face first, filling my nose up with blood. Broke that too. Gotta crawl. Grab onto any object. I can reach to pull myself closer. My sister looks up at me. She's still alive. Blood pours from her mouth. She lifts an arm, points behind me. The windshield? At the windshield, roaches fly on towards the Arkansas border, leaving us for dead. They're still in range of Mama Possum's missiles for a time, but an awful mechanical grinding from across the cab raises the hair on my neck. I know damn well what my sister is about to suffer. Oh dear. Angle of the floor slides away from my sister. I wear out all my arm muscle, pulling my broke body till I'm just baby fat and adrenaline. I grab onto her harness and pull myself up. Where her body convulses hurts my head. The spine cranks back, about to complete another loop of its broken cycle, and I know my sister won't survive another. Yes. Just take some time to have a pause and stuff like this. just have a think. How are you feeling about the story going so far? If you need to take a break, please do. It is some story. Have you seen this story before, Chaos? Okay. So, yeah, I mean, as I said, if people just want to skip over things, I can understand and such like that. But I will carry on for now. Just thought I'd give a little bit of a pause to give people a chance to take stock of how they're feeling and all that kind of thing. So. I swing my body around as long as I'm alright with it. Yeah, well, if I'm not alright with it, I will stop. I swing my body around and the machine tears through my arm like a drill press, caught through an awful hole in my humerus. When the spike retracts to start the whole process over again, I'm hit up with blinding pain. Head off in a few minutes. Oh, you're going anyway for... Oh, dear, I don't know what it is you would be doing today. But yes, have a good time or whatever, doing what you're going to be doing. So I cut a harness strap with a knife, pulling out of my boot, and our mangled bodies tumble to the floor. Yep, okay. One last painful impact as we roll into the dashboard, accelerated by a nasty slip and slide made up of our blood. I hit the talk button on the CB. Roaches didn't knock the antenna out. Ted, I cough out, then compose myself. Hey Ted, over. Call Thursday tonight and D&D all day tomorrow. Okay. I wouldn't think so myself, Chaos, but each their own. Hearing you, Mama Possum. Medevac is close, over. Great. I pull a dram of bourbon out from my bra. When are you supposed to be doing the Cthulhu thing next week, or is that... I'm getting things confused. You can tell me in private if just to try and clear things up and whatever, because I'm slightly confused. But never mind. Great. I pull a dram of bourbon from my bra. Struggle with the damn cap, which in this moment I hate even more than roaches and industrial machinery. As I down the little firecracker, I pray to Jesus to transmute the bottle into a fifth. I'll be unconscious before the EMTs arrive. I wake up in a hospital bed, or not at all. Or I'll wake up in a hospital bed, or not at all, I figure. So I take a last look at my sister, who is long past any mindfulness of our situation, but still breathing, and remember a good time, just in case I die there. Driving at the growl to my sister's 2-bedroom trailer. She's already sitting in a lawn chair with Adeline, or who I guess is Adeline, because I ain't seen her since she sucked a bottle. It's dark out, so I kill my headlights not to blind them, and they vanish into silhouettes, too obscure to see. I could have driven away then. Could have drove off with that snapshot. Still possessed this inkling that my sister had done it. She'd gone and built a household that looked nothing like the one we were raised in. Just threw the whole poisoned blueprint in the trash and made a place love could survive. Ain't that its own kind of miracle? The end. There we go. Well, that is what it is. So we don't get much of a picture of possums, but we do get on the little dash thing here, a little possum with a hat riding a bomb. Cool. Oh yes, and thank you to Chaos for suggesting it. I can take that off my list now. I still have my other one on the list here, which is the one Starly requested, but I can mark my Possum one as complete. You need to go. Cool. Well, I need to figure out what I'm doing now. I have an idea. Yes, thanks for the game suggestion. So I'll just put Misk up now, because today was kind of a little bit of a miscellaneous thing, but it's going to be even more miscellaneous from now on. So let me find a thing here. What am I looking for? That is not it. You didn't do anything. I'm sure this is your name attached to the thing, but anyway. Yeah, I know what I'm going to look at. I'll get there. Don't everybody worry. I'll get there. Eventually. Let me grab a couple of things since we're on itch.io for this. What did I think? I don't have access to this page. Oh, right, okay, yeah, that makes sense. What did I think? I don't know. It was maybe a little bit gorier than I would have liked, I think. A few options were there. I didn't notice. I was just kind of clicking what I thought I could see. I guess there might have been that kind of thing, but I couldn't notice. But it's all about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I could possibly do with a little less gore and such like that, but I think otherwise it's reasonable. And the actual story, bloody slip and slides. Well, it is an interesting mental image. But yes. But yeah, we had a bit of a story going on, such like that. I don't know if I necessarily understood the story or whatever. It's no Possum Dating Simulator. Yeah, it had a lot more cute pictures of possums in Possum Dating Simulator. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't tell people to stay away from that unless there's anything to do with like the body horror kind of stuff. But yes, what I want to do is show this off again, because we've got 17 hours left of this indie bundle for Palestinian Aid. Next we're going to get to play A Mortician's Tale. Okay, that's on here, yes. So obviously I have access to it, so that's good. Well, what I was thinking of, before you make any decisions and such like that, what I was thinking of is to look through some of these things here. Obviously I can't play anything right at the moment. you wish to skip ahead to things, then we possibly can do, but you just get this selected here. If the things go the way I'm expecting, then I might get to that before then, or maybe not, depending on what I'm doing. Because obviously, my schedule at the moment is like the Amiga magazines and things for the Wednesday, or the start of the Wednesday stream, the various Amiga stuff. I mean, next week we are going to be going to the movie, TV, and other tie-ins on the Amiga. We're going to be starting on that. So basically, got the magazines, you got the general Amiga stuff, and then on the Sunday we have the Minecraft, and they're all kind of like the start of stream things, and when those end I can just do miscellaneous things afterwards. And the miscellaneous thing I was thinking of doing today was actually looking through some of these ones here, just kind of going through the site here and seeing what is available. But because this is kind of a little awkward to look through, this in my mind, I mean, some people might prefer this, but I kind of prefer, especially since it's got the other games bundled into it as well. Here we have this thing, which is thank you very much, the randombundlegame.com site here. Of course, Chaos is a good as well. So yeah, we start off with some numbered one, because this is alphabetical, and obviously we start off with the numbers and symbols and things like that, and emojis. But yeah, so what was it? The one you were talking about, a Mortician's Tale. Gosh, how long did it take to get to that? We've go to like page 3 here. What's the HIJKLMN? So it'll be before or after this? Okay, I don't know my alphabet. I thought it was before, but never mind. Where is A Mortician's Tale on this? Maybe this is not in alphabetical. I don't know. I'm confused now. Maybe I've only got the one selected. And this is supposed to be all of them. If it's not showing up, then... Interesting. Because it was definitely here, wasn't it? A Mortician's Tale. You think it counts the space? Might be under M. Might be. Well, let's search by name on here. There we go. So yeah, Mortician here. So if we go... It looks like it's under A. But yes, counting a space instead. But yeah, I find searching and whatever on here, not that I'm going to be searching, but obviously you get slightly more columns and things here. This is just like a never-ending scroll down of things and whatever. If I want to kind of keep my place and kind of look through things, then obviously this has pages, and I can like bookmark the page when we get to it to see. But yeah, it's just basically looking through and seeing what these things are, whether I would want to look further into them and stuff like that. So that's what I was thinking of doing on for today, at the moment at least. So maybe I can do that instead of MISC on the title here. So and as I said, the one that I've got up, this website, I said randombundlegame.com. This also has the racial justice and equality bundle, which I got as well, so I have access to all of these. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through and see what these are. So let's just click the first row here and see what we've got. What even is that thing? Close your eyes, now reach out carefully until you touch something. Feel it, examine its shape, its edges, its contours. Now tell me, what is it? That's how you play. I don't know how you say it, but there we go. Spam your keyboard to see or let out your frustrations. Type the name of what you see. Keyboard or mouse or menus. So what do we have? This looks like it's a Windows or Mac version. Oh yeah, it's got different versions of Windows 64 and 32 here. So, I mean, what did the screenshot show us? The one you'll only get if you spam the keyboard. It's number 1. Oh dear. So apparently this is a thing. One you'll only get if I think of a good hint for it. Apparently this was a lion. This is things that are in a shape and you have to figure out what shape they are. Okay. So interesting. Might want to have a look at playing that one. Type the name of what you see. To complete this game will almost certainly take a team effort, so maybe that's a good stream one to do. We recommend playing with friends, though it might be possible to complete it single-handedly. There are 20 levels, an experimental odd little thing was put together just for the fun of it. So there you go. What even is a thing, indeed? So yeah, we might have a look at this. We've got an answer here. If you look at this picture too closely, we'll have an answer for what that is. So the next one, this is a downloadable ARTTRPG. So what's it? Got tabletop RPG, so tabletop role-playing game. What even is a thing? I ask twice a day, indeed. What are things? But also AR, artificial or augmented reality kind of thing. Yes, is one of the games in the current Palestine bundle here. So Dot Dungeon is a book about travelling through a virtual fantasy world. One person takes on the role of the world, filling in the nooks and crannies with the dungeons and adventures that they think up or borrow from books they already own. Everyone else is a player and creates a character to explore those nooks, discover the treasure and interact with NPCs and other flesh and blood folks in the virtual world. This thing set Dungeon apart from other books is the inspiration it takes from social games like Werewolf and Munchkin. Oh yes, Werewolf is the one where you have to kind of lie about things. I'm not too keen on the kind of games where you have to lie about things. Whatever. Real world canon will affect the game you create. Because some of these tabletop RPGs, I'm wondering if maybe some of them might be playable, on stream or whatever. But we, with maybe me controlling the game, the chat offering suggestions or something like that. But this one seems like maybe it's not going to be doable for that. But we can have a look a bit further to see what the game actually is. So obviously this is not the only situation. Maybe some people who look at this might want to actually play this in the real world and such like that. Each class has different powers based on physical things you do or different parts of your life. The witch uses their tattoos to cast spells, while the wizard uses their favourite book. The knight makes vows, while the leader can offer gifts to the other players to aid them. Okay. So we assign dice to our stats. Roll the appropriate die when facing an obstacle. If we roll higher than the obstacle, we succeed. If you roll lower, you take damage equal to the difference. Okay, so there's quite a... I don't know how much is in this, but the dungeon is... Oh, sorry, the download is a PDF. We've got a thing here, we've got a character sheet and other things. All of the sides of your dice are... yeah, sorry. But, yeah, so we've got things here. This is the content, so it's got a lot of pages to it. And it has a style, though this style might make it a little bit difficult for me to read it. So I'm guessing, I'm thinking maybe this one isn't one that I'm going to look at to do for the stream, because it looks a little too complicated, but it's got some interesting elements to it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I at the moment, from what I can see, it doesn't seem like it's going to be one that's going to be suitable for, trying to do on stream or whatever. Current year is a simple system, 2d10 rolls, set damages, set DCs for creating people and an area to play a game in, then playing the game. It's very non-specific. The system also comes with a number of tables to roll on in order to generate people, most of which are system agnostic and can be used to generate characters for other games in modern settings. A surveillance and infrastructure system known as Opticon has been established in cities and countries around the world to the delight of governments and corporations and the relative indifference to the populace. You players, the normal people, given the ability to access Opticon and the devices connected to it by a mysterious figure known as I. The game also comes with a character sheet in the form of a fillable PDF. Yeah. So, I was here. You are being watched no matter where you are, no matter who you are. You're under surveillance at any time. The people in power or people acting alone can tell what you're doing when you're doing it and why. The devices you claim to own can be turned against you. It's only a matter of time before they are. Do you want that to change? Yes or no? Good choice. You're not at the grid like you might hope, but the grid works for you now. Welcome to current year. And yeah, a lot of other things here, some introductions to stuff, and yeah, so that's all they're giving us for free. I mean, obviously I could look more into this because obviously I have access to these, but at the moment, I'm just kind of getting a general idea of what is going to be good or not to play through. This one, I don't know either. It's got an interesting setting, but I don't know how complicated the rules are. It looks like maybe they're going to be a little in-depth and stuff like that, so let's move on. This one is /DIA or /DR or whatever. It's a micro TTRPG. Yeah, there's a lot of tabletop RPGs in this. It invites the player to create a character and then imagine a moment of impending doom. The player then decides what comes next. Oh, this is also part of a TTRPG charity bundle for trans support. Let's see what that is. So, we've got a lot of money here at the moment. Trans rights to human rights, indeed. Make sure that's noted there. So, oh, it's going to Mermaid, which, you know, is not necessarily the best charity to give money to, but not necessarily the worst either. I won't go into details here, but basically they're not a trans-led charity, but they're kind of speaking for trans children and stuff like that. There's certainly some improvements that could be made to actually represent trans people in that space, in that charity. And the Transgender Law Centre, which I do believe, as far as I can pick up, is a better charity to donate to. Obviously, I only have vague ideas. I'm not giving any recommendations or anything here at the moment. I'm just saying these are things I've heard about this. Please do your own research and stuff. But yeah, US trans-based charity which advocates for trans rights in law, policy and individual attitudes. And if you know anything about the situation in the US at the moment with trans stuff, it gets a bit... yeah, they're definitely out to get us and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not in the US, but they're out to get us in the UK as well. But yes, it'll be live over June in Pride Month. Yes, of course. So there we go. They've got, as I said, quite a lot of money being donated, which is a good thing. Isn't even there's certain things that may not be best about certain charities. At least they're I think it will still go towards a good cause and such like that. As I said, I don't have all the details, and looking into it, obviously, as a trans person as well, it can get a lot, really. But yeah, so I won't go into the details about it, but I will mention some things about it. But yeah, so there's this thing here. You can get a bunch of stuff here. You can see all these things, if that's that kind of thing. Pangolin Prom. That's an interesting name of a thing. But yeah, if you want, gosh, all of this stuff. But yes, specifically TTRPG or tabletop RPG if you like those kind of games. But yeah, this is like Doom, so what we need to play this is a pen, a paper equivalent, a 6-sided die, put on music and follow the instructions beneath each heading. Okay. So this is page 1. Okay, how to play induction, extraction, glimpse, equilibrium, and depart. Okay, we have some content warnings here as well. The following game invites the player to roleplay a character who's facing their death. The situation surrounding that moment is of the player's choosing. So, yeah, once again, they're obviously, because they're trying to make you actually give some money towards them before looking at everything, they don't give you all the stuff here. I said I could look it up, but maybe I'll look this one up later to see if that looks like one that's going to be good or not, but it depends really on how things go. But this is one that I might look a little bit more into to see what it's like. Hungry. I'm gonna look at these other 4. Okay, we have something making sound. This one's making sound. Oh gosh. You must be 18 plus to view this content. May contain content. You must be 18 plus to view it. Well, I don't know what kind of content you're talking about here. Can I... Let me flick over here quickly and say, yes, I am 18 plus or over. Well, they don't really give a lot of explanation of what it is. Well, what I'll do is I'll reset. Oh gosh, no! Gosh, no! I've clicked the wrong things. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's just get rid of that Amiga emulator there. We'll go back to it. So this is what it faces me with. A 2-minute browser game, apparently. So it says, Hungary. And apparently this little dolphin here, and you can go and talk to people. This is the Bitsy, I think it was. Basically, you can make little games like this, which are more kind of like little adventure things rather than games. You walk around and you talk to different people and that. So, he's my seaweed dealer. I'll never eat him. Okay, so we've got to find out who we want to eat, apparently. There's a turtle up here. Do we want to eat the turtle? It should be crunchy. But warns us when... Really, I mean, I don't know if we need to specify the ethnicity of the fisherman, but, fine. What is this? He looks delicious, but he helps me filing my taxes. Okay. I have something else down here. That would be rude. He's working out for his date tonight. Dear me. No way. P is so funny. Okay. It's a starfish called P. Is that going to be like Patrick? I tried to chew on this old boy once. Never again. Okay. Okay, can we go through? We can go through this. You'd eat a pingu? You humans really are dead inside. Well, I don't know what the framing of this game is, so you'll have to excuse me. If I eat him, he says, Nintendo will sue us. Is that a Charizard? I can't tell. Oh god, that one's a spiky one. No nutrients in gold. Okay. I'm not into BDSM. Fine. We have this squid up here. Ooh, okay, it's not a squid. Ooh, human flesh. Thanks, mate. Now get off that... I did miss a path down here. Tapeworm, I'll pass, and the crab. I feel bad for him practicing his mating ritual again. I don't know what this game is supposed to be. Anyhow, that was that. I played through the full game. Transformation. Somebody's honking a horn outside really annoyingly for some reason. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can hear it. In the grim darkness of the far future, society has been driven underground by an invasion of the giant four-wheeled mechanical monsters that emerge from the void. Let me just check. I have my methods of looking outside without actually looking outside and see what this annoying person is doing. But anyway, you are trains indeed. You are part of a force of selective teenage warriors, the only ones who can defend the last surviving buried strongholds. Okay. I don't know what's happening. And there's somebody standing outside next to a car, but maybe they're testing their horn. I have no idea what's going on. Anyhow. You're part of a force of select teenage warriors, the only ones who can defend the last surviving buried strongholds. A laugh about emotional mechas and trains by someone who's never watched a mecha anime for around 8 players and a facilitator or kitchen timer. Light secrets, no powers, mechanical narrative. Content notes: death, suicidality, dysfunctional relationships, and unhealthy emotional expression. A train summation, indeed. It says right here. Not sure about this. I mean, a mecha thing about somebody who's by somebody who's never watched a mecha anime sounds kind of interesting, and something about trains seems kind of interesting, but it's just, yeah, I don't know about that one. Ooh, 10 beautiful postcards and some dancing. I would think they were the bubble dragons, but I don't think they are the bubble dragons. The image is hotel to the brain. Check in today. 10 beautiful postcards, a wonderful pile of rubble to sift through on your computer. A resort of many rooms for your eyes and hands to drift around. 200 plus mangled collage ruins flattened into pleasure palaces for you to uncover and explore. Investigate the Dimension's mystery economy. Visit and review multiple themed locations. Take snapshots of your friend, the void, or simply have a relaxing fun by the pool. A fun and upbeat game for new waivers of all ages. Won't you come dwell in my house? Estimated playtime is 2 hours. Arrow keys or WSD. Okay, and this is kind of what it looks like. I love to come here and look at the ominous paintings. This seems like a West game, really. Ominous painting room. This is... Oh, gosh. This is a lot going on. So there's the screenshots. You would visit that room, so maybe I might have a little look at that. It says 2 hours. Not right now, but maybe this is another one, because obviously I'm gonna watch this back later, and I can make notes to myself about which ones looked like ones I wanted to look into further. So maybe I can look into that or not. But yeah, I think I don't know if I completed my thought as I was saying earlier or not. I get sidetracked. You might have noticed I get sidetracked, but I was saying about how I forgot what I was going to go on to. This is how my brain works, or doesn't work, as it were. Oh yes, because I've got there's 3 things I usually do: the Amiga magazines, do the just general games that I want to look at. At the moment, it's mostly Amiga games, and then I've got the Minecraft on Sunday and stuff like that. But the other times are MISC times, and I'm not quite sure. As I said, I'm doing this for today, having a look through what these games are that I've got access to. And maybe I can carry that on in other miscellaneous segments. Maybe I'll do other things in those miscellaneous segments. I don't know, because obviously some of those miscellaneous segments used to be when I was doing the Mario and stuff like that. I still might get back into that, but it really depends on if I feel like doing it. And at the moment I'm not 100% I want to do that or whatever, so it's like maybe I can wait until I actually do feel like doing it and whatever. And that kind of thing. Or I could play it for maybe like half an hour, and see how it goes or whatever. But it's like, it's just miscellaneous. I will do whatever I feel like in these those sections, and they'll change from stream to stream and stuff like that. But one things that I wanted to go through is this, because obviously I've got the Amiga magazines I'm going through and various other Amiga games, and the only kind of more recent games, apart from like the Mario hacks which I was doing, would be like Minecraft. And, you know, I wanted to kind of, you know, have some way of looking at some more recent games, and especially ones on things like itch.io, where it's like a lot of just basically indie games and stuff like that, which I thought would be good to look into. So what is this? 10-in-1 plus 1 games prototype. Downloadable bundle. 10 games, each made in a week. Some were a bit of a bust, others were pretty rad. These games are simple prototypes, proof of concept, unfinished works. The bundle serves as a bit of a time capsule for me, but also for the curious who might go on a similar journey. So you've got various different things. You have like a racing game, you have a cube dog spinning around, apparently. We have some people in inner tubes or whatever going around. We have some bouncing things going on. I thought this was tennis, but no, it's some kind of like circular pong thing going on. Yeah, there's various different games. A racing game here, some game where you can climb up walls because you're a bug. These look interesting. I think this is a game which I would want to have a look over. So I said I'm going to look through some of these things today and make a note when I watch this back, and maybe download some of them and maybe play them in my next miscellaneous segment or whatever, or leave some of the ones which look like they're going to take longer to other times when I would have more time, or whatever. I don't know. I haven't really figured it out at the moment, but I would like to look through all these things. So this one looks like an interesting one. 10-in-1 plus 1 games prototypes. So yeah, because some of these look like fun. It's kind of almost like that haunted PS1 demo disc that you were looking at, West. But instead of being haunted, it's just one of these 10-in-1 cartridges kind of games. But yeah, so as I said, this is probably going to take me a while to get through all of this, because this is like 2,500 and so different items. 6 skateboard moves, I know. Amazing. So let's go for the next line of things here and see how it could still be haunted. So this one, Cover Me in Leaves, 10 milligram collection for $10. 10 milligram is a collection of 10-minute long games, a tiny dose of something special. Cover Me in Leaves is an experimental work of interactive horror fiction, about bright minds and the end of all things. Fresh out of high school with no prospects or aspirations, you remained here in your small town. Everyone you knew and loved has moved on for better things. You're alone. So you get your first tattoo, and then the trees start calling. A short work of interactive fiction written by Elliot Herriman, approximately 5 to 15 minutes long, based on reading speed. Unique, beautiful backgrounds by M. Soleil and Cambrai. Haunting music by the wonderful Beetle Stench. Themes of isolation, entropy, and the death of small-town America. Yeah, so that's, not that I've had a tattoo, but that's just... that sounds exactly how they work. Contains written depictions of some mature, potentially upsetting topics such as discrimination, death, and assault. So this game told me that I couldn't. No, the one game, the dolphin game, told me I had to be 18 plus, but this one doesn't. So you got the Windows version or Mac OS version, and we can run the game in the browser as well. So you can get it for $2 here, and whatever, and it's part of the bundle, whatever. But I'm not logged in on this browser here, so I'm just going to see what. Hold tight, loading. Can I play it here, or is this the demo, or what? Let's see what it looks like. Oh gosh. Hey, just a heads up, this game has some strong sexual language that might not be suitable for streaming. Okay, and also children. Look, I don't know, I've never used Twitch, I don't know the rules. Language should be mostly okay. But there's also some content here that might be uncomfortable in general, like allusion to discussions of self-harm, suicide, assault, homophobia, transphobia. So please stay safe. Your girl, Elliot. So yeah, maybe won't look through a lot of this, but we got to click on this. We can see what it starts off like. On bright minds and the end of all things, credits unquit. Okay. Got a very nice kind of like parallax kind of thing going on here and whatever, but anyway. But if I don't carry on playing on the stream and you like the idea of it, this is where you work. Cool. It looks very, very trans at night, doesn't it? Or maybe bi and I don't know. It's the end of the summer. Sunset, air weighing down like a blanket. And your fingers trace the lines beneath my sleeve. You drove me home. We sat there, parked across from my house, just waiting. Nervous chatter, stolen glasses, giggling. And then we kissed. Yes, it's getting very steamy here. It's the end of summer and we're alone on that street, hidden from the prying eyes and gossipy gossamer lips. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of this. In a few weeks, you'll be gone for great things. Just another bright mind lost to the coast. But as you held me, read to me, did other things, I could simply let myself forget. Yep. If they were doing visuals of that on the screen, then we wouldn't be able to stream it. But I'm sure, yes. But I'm sure that the words, as far as I've looked through Twitch's stuff, it's okay. Small town, even before I was there. There's grumbling barflies, the uncles and the cousins with the overflowing guts and a healthy fear of God had all held down jobs at that lumber mill back when times were better. They filter from the pews, restless and stiff. There's a hopelessness here, one that soaks through to the bones. There's going to be this in this story 2 pages later. Yes, oh sorry, that's what you're saying. Sorry, I was wondering if you'd give me a heads up for anything, but yes, indeed. It's all rotting now, she says. The mill, but it was the kind of work you could take pride in, chopping logs and packing trucks. They didn't need degrees to do that, did they? I nod and smile, and we pull away from the churchyard. 1,000 tiny crosses dig into the graves, 1,000 tiny graves. A voice for the voiceless. It's a Rage Against the Machine song. Or something like that. 3 weeks into fall, I get my first tattoo, a leaf. Just a single leaf, traced out on the soft side of my wrist. Here, I'm guessing that. It's intricate and delicate, almost real enough to crunch. Small enough to hide, but enough to hide behind, you know. I'm sure you know. So I can normally do that with like hair and stuff like that. It's just kind of... whatever. Anyhow. Gosh. Ugh. What am I doing? Anyhow. I start going for walks, long walks amongst the pines. There's nothing but forest here. I can let myself feel lost. But when I think of you, think of anyone, think of what they might say. There's this scratching, screeching, peeling at my eardrums. It's Sunday, and I'm alone in the house. They only bother forcing me out for the weddings and the funerals. I turn on the radio and let someone else choose the music for once. The crickets hum and the sun shines, and I'm allowed to exist. Oh gosh, what's this? Some bones or something. 3 minutes past noon means 3 minutes late to work, and something splinters beneath the wheels of my car, a sickening sound that carves through the bone. In my rearview mirror in the road is a deer, a rotten, splintered husk. I kneel down to make sure this wasn't my fault, but it's been here for days, so I get back into my car and I drive. It wouldn't have hurt, right? This is natural. This is natural. It's ashes and dust. Oh dear. I like the aesthetic of the pictures and stuff. I'm working at an old place in town. I'm not much of a bartender, but it's not much of a bar either, and the tips are good. Plus, well, the tips are good. And there's a giant flower apparently growing behind this shed over here, or barn. I bought myself a tarot deck the other week, and I don't really think it works, but the rest of it is nice. It's calming, a little introspective. It helps. I sweep out the emptiness of my room, dressing it up in plants and flowers and rocks and a tiny bird skull I find by the road. It's not quite home, but it's close. My mum comes home one night slightly smelling faintly of wine. Did you hear about all this nonsense with the bathrooms? I bite my tongue. Remember Jimmy That kid from school, Miss Turner, says she came home to the sight of him tangled up in her finest Sunday wear. A few years back, and she did the thing that would be right for that poor boy. She had him exercised, ma. Yeah. I'm going to click the next one. Might not go much further into this, but if this is interesting to you at all, then you know how to find it. Yeah, let's just quit this for the moment. I mean, you can kind of see where that's going in, and I'm not wanting to do that today. To more happier topics. Locked in a marriage simulator. Oh no. Oh no. But it's part of this 10mg collection again. So was that the last one? Love in the age of coronavirus. I'm not going to dwell too much on this one. Intense lockdown situation set in the UK about 3 weeks into a total lockdown. Yeah, I'm not going to go into this. It's too soon, really. I'll buy the same collection here again, once again. Sealed Estate is a psychological horror game in which you are locked inside by a creature ready to hunt you down whilst you figure out how to escape from the estate you have been locked inside. Who lived here? Who are the voices haunting your every step? What will you find in your exploration? Lights not working in the home, an enigmatic creature hunting you down, other creatures laying in wait staring at you. Apparently you do a bit of the, was it EnviroBear kind of thing with the steering here, it looks like. But yeah, it's got that kind of interesting kind of lighting thing going on. You're this person with a light and it can just illuminate everything around. Spooky, nice experience. So yes, there's a Windows game. Also has a Steam key apparently. But the ones in the Palestinian bundle and such like that didn't have the Steam keys attached to them, but if you buy it separately, you can have a Steam key for it if you wish. But yeah, I mean, as I said, horror games is just like, they don't really do anything for me. Maybe I can download this, have a look at this, see if it seems interesting in any other way, apart from being just like a horror game, whatever, and see that. But we shall move on now at the moment. 13 Thieves. You are newly assigned leader to a crime gang. Me? A crime gang? I would never. It's your job to lead your gang and your allies to success while risking everything and putting your own comrades in danger. Well, that doesn't sound very nice, does it? Will you manage to keep your gang safe as you climb your way up? This is a solo RPG where you yourself make the story about your leader, their gang, their challenges they face. The PDF might be hard to read, but zooming helps, oh dear. Maybe make it not hard to read? Perhaps, I don't know. Otherwise, there is also a clean text version you can edit, and it's for various accessibility issues. Thank you. That's much more sensible thing to do there. To play this, you'll need something to write on and a D12. Okay. This is part of the Palestine bundle here. So yeah, you basically get a PDF and then the text-only version of it as well. So since it's like a one-player thing, maybe I can just like download this, have a look at it, see what it's kind of like, and see if it's like something I could like present on the stream or such like that. We can see, and maybe there can be some audience participation as well. Who knows? But yeah, there we go. Excuse me. So yeah, another line of things to look at here. And things in here, not always games. As this shows, a 16x16 simple pixel art weapons. To use in your projects, feel free to use them in free or commercial projects, and they'll be expanding the thing as time goes on. You may edit them as you wish. You may not sell or redistribute these assets as your own, so just not as the sheets as they come. Credit is not necessary, but appreciated. So yeah, there's a bunch of weapons with outlines or no outlines. I don't know if this is like the entirety of them here. But yeah, I don't think you have to pay for them otherwise. This is like, I think, just a normal free thing, but you can, name your own price if you want to give them a little bit of money, I think. Yeah, but it doesn't look like you have to pay them to get it. Probably if they've done a little bit of work here, then it'd be good to throw a little bit at them for that. Or you can get the bundle, and it's included in the bundle as well. But yeah, if you want some pixel weapons, there you go. 2, 3, 5, 7. So we're looking at prime numbers here. There you go. 2, 3, 5, 7 is a game to test how well you recognise prime numbers. Well, I recognise those ones easy enough. Swipe left and right to answer if a given number is prime and see how high a chain of correct answers you can reach. With 3 different difficulty levels, you can tune the challenge to your preferences. Okay. Yes, another name your price one here. You can get it on Android as well, because it makes sense that it'd be on Android. Here, so 76, is that prime? I don't think so. It's like an even number, doesn't it? So it's not going to be prime. 20. Why is it tilted like this? Definitely not a prime, but yeah, it's probably being tilted off to the not prime side there. Whatever. Game over. 13 is prime. Who failed on 13? Oh gosh, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like, doesn't really seem like a terribly interesting game. Whatever you want to try and learn or recognize some primes, maybe maybe you can have this, or maybe you just really like prime numbers and you want to play this game. But it doesn't seem too interesting to me. Might still have a look at it, but it's not brilliant. Okay. There we go. 200 plus pixel character animations. Downloadable asset pack. Or you can buy this for $10 or get it in the Parceling Aid bundle, as it says here. This is just links to different people, but yeah, you got these animations. They look actually pretty good. Pixel animations here. Whatever. So you got a bunch of different ones here. Climbing ladders, doing melee fightings and throwing things as well. So we got the gladiator, marksman, mage as well, and so there you go. There's some animations if you want some animations for prototyping a game or such like that. 2000 to 1, a space felony, or how I come to value my life and murder mercilessly. There's another Palestinian Aid bundle. One here, there we go. 2000 to 1, a space felony is a murder mystery courtroom drama set aboard the USS Endowment, an interplanetary spacecraft that has lost communication with Earth. Utilizing your camera and demonstrating your keen detective skills, you must document your findings and piece together the crew's final hours from the aftermath. This photographic evidence is then applied to a cross-examination of the prime subject, Mal, the ship's onboard AI system. If Mal is guilty, it's your responsibility to reactivate him. A follow-up-ish to 2016's critically acclaimed-ish Disorient on the Murder Express. National Insecurities returns with a much more ambitious investigation that walks the line between science and fiction, resulting in some kind of combination of the two. Apparently it was part of Humble Monthly as well, in the Humble Trove as well. But the best way to buy and support is through itch.io. This is Name Your Own Price again as well, but also can be got through the Palestine bundle, as I said here. This looks like it might be interesting to have a look at as well. So it's just Windows, if anybody's wondering there. But it even says here download. We're going for Windows, but yeah. So that seems like maybe something I'll have a look at as well. I'll probably look at these ones, and the ones I said that look interesting or whatever, I'll put into a folder on my desktop or something, which is like itch.io games or whatever. And then sometimes we can do looking through the things like this, or sometimes we can do playing some of the games from the folder and such like that. But that's a way I'm thinking of going about doing this. Sorry about me doing a little bunny nose twitches things. Kind of got a bit of an itchy nose at the moment. So I'm just kind of looking at something over there. We have other things here. We have, what is going on here? Is that a kiwi? I don't know. But 2021 subscription bundle. There are currently 4 old games in the bundle. You can get them individually for cheaper, or you can buy the bundle for an increased price, which will get you every game I release on itch in 2021. There we go. That's your friend. It does look like a good friend. It's like a kiwi mage or something like that. So yeah, it looks like if you get the bundle, this person's going to be adding things to this bundle of their own here. There's no guarantee of what, if anything, I will put out next year. I have several projects close to completion, but the only thing you're getting 100% for sure is the old games. I'll be updating this bundle with any developments in the new project as they happen. The current list of contents, however, is Sagas of the Icelanders, a PBTA game, I'm not quite sure what that is, about the Norse settlement of Iceland in 900 AD, Xenoraptor, a solitaire hybrid board game sorry, my reading comprehension has gone down. A solitaire hybrid board game experiment where you're running from an alien creature on a derelict spaceship. Think Alien. A singular quest, a PBTA microgame played with only one move. Part is written of the Your Move Jam. And Words of Troika, a humorous hack of some PBTA ideas on top of Troika. And then added the 9th of May, Craig Messazine. I think Alien, because that's your favourite movie, yes. But, yeah, I don't know what this PBTA thing is. Let me see if I can bring this up in the one PBTA. What is it? Powered by the Apocalypse, tabletop role-playing game design framework. Okay. In 2010. So yeah, there we go. That's what that is. So a bunch of oh gosh, no, I'm loading up the wrong thing here. Can you go away, please? I hope this doesn't break anything. It's trying to load a software that I accidentally clicked on. Mum Possum needed more Zenima for his Possum neck action. Yeah, I could have done with some more animations and other scenes as well. I think as well. Might have improved it slightly, but I think it was good the way it was. So yeah, I don't know. Some of these tabletop games, it's like I'm not quite sure what we can do. This solitaire hybrid board game experiment. So maybe we could have a look through this as well, depending on how it is, and such like that. But definitely one to look into for me later to see how that is. Or maybe I can just, as I said, just download them all, put them into a file, and then later just like bring out various ones and see what they're like. Obviously that could be a bit risky, you know, but I do the kind of things with the Amiga games as well, and you know, it's mostly been okay so far. 20 by 20 by 20. 20 by 20 by 20 is a tiny maze game. You must activate the 4 mysterious orbs to unlock the exit and escape the labyrinth. There are 20 rooms to navigate, and though a way through might not seem obvious at first, never fear, for you possess the uncanny ability to rearrange the rooms by scrolling the rows and columns. Keep an eye out for that meddling labyrinth goblin, though. 2020 edition update, now with optional cheesy music, rudimentary sounds, effects, and screen shake. What would you ask? No, Katie, you need more American flags, explosions, and free guns for everyone. All games need that, though. It's an interesting idea. Yeah, it looks kind of tickles the part of my brain which likes puzzle games and such like that. We can look at some of the screenshots here. So we've got some various rooms, obviously various entrances and exits, it looks like, to the rooms. Oh gosh. And scroll through. Can we zoom in a little bit? Yes, we can. Okay. Oh, this animates, but if we zoom in, I don't know how it's working, how it's not working, but yeah, your little characters, and you scroll things around and you jump around. Well, yeah, it definitely looks like an interesting concept. Another one to download. So I will download it to have a look at that. And yes, by the way, if you've been thinking, is this a way for Katie to get through her backlog of games she's got on itch.io now? Yes, this is a way to do that. But also, it's kind of a way for other people to get through their backlogs as well, if they bought the racial justice bundle and the Palestinian aid bundle. If they watch the stream, they can see me going through it and see if they want to look into these things further or not. See, it's helping me, it's helping other people as well. Plus, I get to play some interesting games. So yeah, I think it's all a good thing here. 2400 BC, an ancient apocalypse. At dawn, a black cloud came from the horizon, thunderous with wrath. The 7 judges of hell raised their torches, lighting the land with their livid flame. The earth cried despair to the heavens as daylight turned to darkness. The land was shattered like glass. For 6 days and 6 nights the tempest raged and gathered fury and poured over the people like the tides of war. All sense of hope was lost and the gods cowered in heaven. Awesome. Do you think friendly chomps help people? I think friendly chomps would very much help people. By the way, people who don't know, this is kind of like an inside joke or / secret between me and Chaos. Please don't tell anybody about the secret. So this is a hack of Jason Tox's 24XX about rebuilding community in the aftermath of an environmental catastrophe thousands of years in the past. Okay. It was inspired by a Mesopotamian myth, particularly the Epic of Gilgamesh. I'm a master secret haver, or mistress, you should possibly say. But yes, it's another kind of TTRPG kind of thing going on. So some of our opportunities. What's this opportunity? Traders visit from a settlement in the north, but what they want you don't yet have. Another one here. A neighbouring community comes to you for help. They have something you need. Cool, those two work together quite well, don't they? Complications. A tool or weapon breaks beyond your community's means to repair. Oh no. Or the community gets unwanted attention from a distant power. Gosh, that's always terrifying, isn't it? There's some locations here. We can go into Tigris, the Swift River, a site of pilgrimage for those who honour the old gods, or we could go to the God's Wood, a last stand of cedars to survive the apocalypse. Or these are our threats. What's one of our threats? A plague of walking death sweeps over the community. The victims moan and claw. Oh gosh. Another one here. Sea folk raiders from distant Dilman attack local settlements. Why? So how you go through it. Player describe their character's actions. So it looks like we need multiple players for this. I don't know if that'll work over the stream or not. Maybe it can work over Discord. Depends on whether this is a good game or not. Or whether I'd want to play it myself. I mean, it could be a good game for other people, and I might want not to play it. Different people like different things. Surprise. The referee advises when an action is impossible, requires extra steps, demands a cost, or prevents an avoidable risk. Players roll to avoid risks. 1 to 2 is disaster, 3 towards setback, 5+ is success. Carry as much as makes sense. Carrying more than one bulky item may hinder you. Keep play dynamic, fair and interesting. Okay. But how do you actually play? I'm kind of skimming this, and maybe the actual details will be not on the previews here, of course. Maybe you should tell Wes the secret, or maybe you're just messing with people watching in the future. The world may never know. Indeed. All anybody needs to know is chomps. And just for interest's sake, we now have 1133 views on my Twitch channel. If that means anything to anybody. But here, what is my demeanour? Morbid, dramatic, wild, gentle, arrogant, prickly, wry, impatient, I don't know. What is my look? Well, it's beautiful. Or cute. Now, it could be muscled, pierced, beardy, curvy. I don't think curvy is quite right. Scarred, small, tall, luxurious. I think luxurious is pretty good. So I can be a tall, luxurious person who is gentle and dramatic, maybe. What name do I go by? Do I choose a name? Your butler, in theory, should be the person you can trust. Indeed. Who is your butler? Oh, is it West? Okay. West can be trusted and would never do a murder. Okay. But we might want you to do a murder, indeed. It might be necessary. But yeah, this is all the preview we're getting of this. I don't know. Doesn't necessarily seem like something that's standing out to me as being a thing I want to do. If anything stands out to anybody else and thinks that it would be a good thing for me, the stream viewers and whatever, and anybody I can drag onto Discord, let me know, whatever. If it comes up and you think, oh, that'd be neat, and Katie would enjoy it, of course I'd have to enjoy it as well. But anyway, oh gosh, what's this? Is that 2 seconds? But it's like seconds. I'm guessing it's supposed to be 2 seconds. To starlight forever my diamond. No cricket. No cricket. Oh gosh. As graduation looms, true feelings begin to surface. Will Grace find the courage to overcome her shyness and bare her heart to Sarah? Or will her handsome rival Akira get to her first? Gosh. A free VN about, or visual novel then, about being really gay for your best friend. A standalone entry in the Noise series and a prequel to Noise Starlight, made in collaboration between Sky Hour Works and Anarch Entertainment. And things like this. I mean, obviously, this seems like it would fit the stream somewhat, but obviously this is basically just a visual novel or whatever, and so it's like, is it bad? I mean, it's a download, it's you can play through the game and stuff like that, but you know, is it bad in my eyes and whatever to just basically present the story and whatever that they've just written here or whatever? I don't know. You can name your own price. You can get it in the bundle. We might look through a little bit of it, whatever, because it does seem interesting. But yeah, unless we get to make like choices and things like that, it seems like maybe I don't know. And nobody's left a comment. They don't see it say whether they're okay with it being streamed or such like that, as far as I can see here. So maybe we can look at a little bit of it, and if it looks interesting, maybe we can carry on, or maybe we can encourage people to look into it on their own if they really like it or whatever. But yeah, maybe I can just do that. Speedrun Chicago Syndicate. I don't think I'm going to do that ever. Oh, then these two are the same here. Let me just click on it and see. These two look pretty much exactly the same. Unless this is a different one. Let me just get it, because it looks different, doesn't it? It says Forever My Diamond, and this is My Heart's Reflection. You do think the West may know the secret. I must know the secret. Oh no. Well, I don't know if I've done a good keeping of the secret or whatever, I don't know. But this is another one. Oh, this is a content warning of transphobia, homophobia, bullying, family confrontation, threats of physical violence, blackmail, and threats to be sent to a mental ward. Oh dear, yeah, that's a bit much. But maybe I did fine and creating the law. Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, of course, some of the stuff we're looking is possibly going to touch on some transphobia and such like that, because one of the things which is included in the itch.io bundle or whatever, one of the ones before, it was the Secret Little Haven game, which I think I might look at playing or starting on Sunday, because that might be as people said, it seems to fit my stream, and I think it's a nice game that if people haven't played it or seen it, then they should see it and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I will go on to that and whatever. I've got a lot of rules going on here, and this is a $3 cost for that. And it is 3 bones. It's a bare bones fantasy role-playing game for a handful of players with a handful of dice. All you need are 3 6-sided dice and some paper for a character sheet. A business card that is blank on one side should be enough. So not a lot of room needed. It's perfect for running a one-shot adventure on short notice. Character generation is quick and easy, so you can start playing right away. If you want to play a charming rogue who casts illusions, or a dwarvish archer who hunts monsters, or a wizened sage who brews potions, then just write that down with a name and you're over halfway there. So yeah, minimalist system and various other things. Maybe this is worth having a bit of a look at and see if it's something we might be able to do on stream and such like that. But we've got some stuff here and some nice little drawings as well. But yeah, I'll have to see how it goes and whether we can have a look at that or not. That's another one. 7-second haircuts. Okay, it looks like we can play this in the browser. Take on the role of a barber in this hectic race at the end of the week. Pay rent every day while trying to satisfy your customers' hair dreams. With only 7 seconds, do you have what it takes? Made for What a Jam, May 2021. Everything in-game by Jet Simon. You can also download it if you want, it looks like here. It's name your own price as well, but let's see what it presents for us here. Unity. So that's why it's available in the browser, because it's a Unity thing as well. Jet Simon, that's a very good portrait. Okay, play game. Welcome. Click and drag your left mouse button to cut hair. I'm just trying to see what the volume is like. It looks okay. Try and make it look as close as possible to the version in the top right. The closer you are, the more money you will get. Use money to pay rent. Can you survive the week? Good luck, Jet. Okay. So they want a haircut like that. So we buzz kind of up here. Oh gosh, they've got not a lot of time. Oh, of course it's 7 seconds, isn't it? They're not happy. Okay, let's do this for them. This for them. Okay, maybe that's a bit too much. Oh, they're not happy. That's very close. Oh, maybe that's a bit too close. Oh gosh, that's not good, is it? But they liked it. Oh no. Is this kind of close to what they want? No. This person again. Hello, you. Didn't do well last time. I don't know why you're coming back to me. End of the day. The day is over and rent is due. Congratulations on another day of professional haircutting. Remember, it only gets harder. I got $75 for rent. Well, it looks like I didn't do too badly there. Even though people didn't like it. Oh, they want a mohawk kind of thing going on there. Oh, gosh. I got 7 seconds here. Well, that was perfect. Oh, gosh. Oh, they don't want the horns. That's okay. And they don't want the sideburns either. Oh, gosh. And they liked it, apparently. Let's do this again. I don't know what I'm getting quite wrong with this person here. Oh, that's... I wouldn't agree with it myself, but apparently it was perfect. No, let's leave it as that. Oh, they want it a bit trimmed inside, I think, as well. Let's do this. Let's do this. Like an effing hair school. Why do people see that and come to me? Oh, rent time. We upgraded your equipment with this extra coin you have laying around. You're now able to dye customers' hair if they want to dye hair. Simply use your right mouse button instead of your left mouse button. Later, skater. Oh, it's $150 for rent now. Gosh. This goes up quickly, doesn't it? Okay. We'll get the horns off. Oh dear, sorry about that. Okay, that was good apparently. Oh, they want just different colour hair. Oh gosh, this is a brilliant dye job. What are you talking about? There we go. There you go. Cut the horns off again and the sideburns. Oh gosh, there we go. They want blue hair. Do that for them. There we go. Absolutely wonderful. Even have a binary T-shirt there. Do this. Cut the hair. Cut off the sideburns. Oh gosh. Yeah, another day, another nickel stolen by a greedy landlord indeed. Oh well, people need their haircut. Time to get snipping. What? It's gone up even more. Gosh. Yes, I kind of want the inside of this trimmed. Oh no, I apologise. Indeed, yeah. Oh no, they want like a circle. And they don't want the horns. Oh. Well, yeah, it didn't go very well, did it? They don't want these on here, and they don't want the facial hair, and they want it like slightly thinner. Oh, oops, whoops! Don't run away when I'm cutting your hair. Oh dear. It's not quite. Well, apparently they liked it. That's good. That's all that matters, isn't it? The customer likes it. Okay. Howdy, looks like your place is getting pretty popular. You may be seeing a few new friendly faces around. XOXO by Jet. $300 now. Gosh. Yeah, I don't know if I can... Oh, gosh, this is really not working out well, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but apparently it works. Okay. Trim off the sideburns again. There we go. You happy? Cool. I think this actually needs to be kind of cut slightly further down here, and then we need to chop out a middle bit and chop out all these sides. Okay, you got a floating bit of hair, but that's fine. Do this here, this here. Oh no. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I mean, like that, and get rid of that. Day 5, eh? Hell of a day. Not much to say on day 5. No, sir. Don't call me sir. Jet. Pay rent. Okay, they want blue hair again. There we go. Oh gosh, yeah, they don't want this on here, they don't want this on here, they don't want this and this. They kind of want slightly thinned out as well. Oh gosh. Oh no, and they got a little head as well. Okay, so they don't want all this, but they do want the kind of like spike. Give me more time. Oh no. Well, I don't know. Oh no. Oh no, I've messed it up. I've completely messed up your hair. I apologise so much. Cut. And they don't want this here. Rent the musical. Fruits. The more you pay, the more you lose. How'd you like that poem? Pretty neat, eh? There'll be a few hundred buckaroos. Jay, trying out a new name, indeed. Oh no, I don't have that much. Oh dear. I failed to pay rent, which is really a big deal for barbers. Indeed. I'll have to sleep on the floor amongst all the hair. That doesn't sound good, does it? But there we go. That's the haircut game. If you feel you can do more better than I did there, or if you just want to cut some people's hair, then this music is a bit odd, isn't it? But it's okay. Okay. There's a download. Apparently, oh, it's an APK as well, so you can do it on Android. And then there's the Windows version or whatever. 8 links is a cool and smooth puzzle where your goal is to link tiles, make the longest chain, score more points, and complete the achievements. How to play: tap the squares to place tiles. Try to link as much tiles as you can. Once the bank button is filled up, press to gain points. Use the crunch to delete a tile if you are blocked. And yeah, so this is by Anton, it looks like. Yeah. So yeah, a little puzzly game, whatever. I'm gonna download this to the folder, and we can have a look at that when we get to have a look at that. But yeah, that's that line here. So we've done the first page, which is pretty good going, really. We can move on to the next page. Or what we could do is leave that kind of at the moment and have a look at some other stuff, because, you know, I feel like I've put like a few games into this imaginary folder at the moment, and I don't want to overwhelm myself. I mean, maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't, or whatever, but I want to just like change things up a little bit in this part of the stream. Go on to something else here. What I want to go on to. We haven't terminated our other secret. Yes, I don't think that's much of a secret. But indeed. What is that one? I think that's one I haven't taken off there. That's fine. Oh, I'm in the old one. Oh, that's okay. That's why it's not making sense. I'm no fun. Oh, yes, of course. No, our other secret. This is too good. Doesn't that work? But what I'm wanting to do, what I'm thinking of getting through now, is this. Yes. Amazing, I know. I can be amazing at times. But, here we go. Yes, Amiga Power, issue 10. This is what we're on at the moment. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this one. There we go. Plus, the best racing games to buy, best and worst packaging, and more. Okay, well, let's see what else we've got here. If we have Robocop 3, Godfather. Oh, did I have Godfather on my list? I don't know if I have Godfather on my list, but if I don't, put Godfather on my list, Katie, in the future. Mercenary 3. More games than any other mag, indeed. Britain's best-selling Amiga Games magazine. Monkey Island 2 is just the start. Pinned down 40 of the best in the Ultimate Spring Preview. Okay. Strange but true, these men wrote the best Amiga game of all time. Who are they? Doesn't look like it's John Romero and somebody else, but it could be. I don't know. Blue Mini, Borf's back in Space Ace 2. Got some tips for some games and stuff here, and this is the game I played with Mr. Wobbly Leg versus the Invaders from Space. I don't know if you remember that. We have to walk backwards and forwards whilst the aliens were shooting down to go back, basically go backwards and forwards to power up bits for our ship and stuff like that. And when we got enough through that, we actually got the ship to shoot the invaders. A shoot 'em up construction kit game, so yeah, and then Scramble, yes, which I was wondering if because it said Scramble was the first side-scrolling arcade game, and I thought, is that what Scramble is? And I looked it up later off stream, and it was indeed. That's what it is. But here we go. So this is what I got here. What are they written down the side here? I hope they're not asking for naked pictures now. I hope they learned their lesson. It's a bit blurry though, isn't it? This version. I think they always have been though. Never mind. What's the easiest to read it? We need to kind of lean back here. I think it's easier to read if I take a bit of a distance away from it. First off, congrats to Mark Ramshaw, who's been newly promoted to deputy editor. The search for a new production editor begins here. And hi to Jackie Garford, our new sales girl, my sister, joined from a Sister Amiga format. Actually started last month, but we forgot to put a name in this bit. Sorry, okay. What's their compo things here? Want some nice pictures to decorate our office. February's been nominated Joint Winona Ryder / Dolph Lundgren month. Want any pictures you can get of these two top Amiga Power sex symbols? Okay. Apparently Dolph's for the girls, but you know. But yeah. I won't assume who likes who. But anyhow, yeah, you have Mr. Wobbly Leg and all this other stuff going on here. Saw some of this and that Scramble. The dongle, Ocean's new protection system, an initial success. And look at this smug face person here, who is Gary Bracey, the man most keen to push the dongle through. Indeed, no innuendo meant there, I'm sure. So, the buyers of Ocean's Robocop 3 will be more than aware the UK software giant has experimented with an electronic key or dongle included with a cyborg policeman's latest Amiga adventure. Without the small metal and plastic wedge inserted in your number 2 port at the rear, oh dear, the game simply won't run. If the experiment proves to be a success, similar dongles will be included in future Ocean products. Has the experiment proved a success? Up until this point, we have to say yes. We've been closely monitoring the performance of Robocop 3. The level of piracy we've come across to be less than we could have expected. And there we go. Design a dongle. Win one of 5 copies of Robocop 3. If the dongle is a success and Ocean start including them with other products, they're going to have to change the design each time so you don't get your Robo dongle mixed with your Hook one or whatever. So this is the dongle they actually included, which is a bit of bare bones, really, isn't it? Really, not the kind of dongle I would expect, really. But yeah, apparently that's what they provided there. Mirasoft go bust, but they won't be away for long. Oh yes, it's a Robert Maxwell thing. So yes, that kind of that thing happened, and. A last-minute management buyout is hoped for, but it's failed to come off. The future remains unclear. as far as the game player is concerned, I still like that that terminology, games player. Games player or game player? So, yeah, we've actually told anyone who's seen that. Okay, so some of them, the games didn't get released, but, yeah. Okay, it says here, stop press. A Microsoft rescue could be on the cards after all. Industry rumour has it that Acclaim, the US-based Nintendo developers, are buying the company. What they get exactly is anybody's guess. Yeah, so it looks like they might have been bought out. So this Turtles arcade game, which I'm sure is actually available on the Amiga, can be released. Sicker Sticks, the bizarre new stealth game controller, a giant plastic curvy thing you hold in two hands, meets a boring old Logic 3 mouse. Now all you got to do is guess which is which. I wonder. So how does it actually work? It's got no actual stick, but responds to the pivoting of either two horn-like handles. So no, pivoting of either of the two horn-like handles. You look like a bit of a jerk playing it. It looks like you're trying to pull apart a giant wishbone, but with a few parts of the mechanism now in place. Okay, so you twist these. Very odd design. Please! Yeah, we have a Roger Rabbit thing going on here. Space gun. Looks very action-packed. Of course, this person's in full space gear, and this person over here gets very skimpy clothing. I wonder why. The Last Ninja 2, apparently they didn't like. Don't quote us. Who is this? Steve Turner, with the new Robo 3 inspiration for new uses for solid 3D. What is this? Don't know, having a look. We have 10, what they call 10 meaning-free game titles. It's hard to believe just how ridiculous the titles of many Amiga games actually are. Here to prove the point are a few of our favourites, 10 game names that seem to be completely free of meaning whatsoever. Deuteros, well, maybe if we look that up, what does that mean? Deuteros. Deuteros, oh, it's basically linking me to the game here. Maybe it has a meaning, maybe it doesn't, but I'm not going to look up all these meanings and things like that, but it seems like it probably has some kind of meaning outside of it. I don't know. Borobudur, I'm sure I've heard that. Is that from Tolkien or something like that? It sounds very Tolkien, doesn't it? Armageddon, how does that not make sense? Armageddon. It's a pun on Armageddon. Dear. Braticus. I don't know what the game is, but it sounds like an ancient Greek brat fighting game or something like that. If I was to guess. Booly, well, maybe that is a bit whatever, but it could come from Boolean, which is basically your true or false, and obviously what you can base computer logic on. Volfeed, don't know, seems kind of German slightly, doesn't it? Carcharodon, don't know, it seems like animal words in that, doesn't it? But anyway, Pyramax. How does Pyramax not make sense? I'm guessing that it would be to do with like pyramids and stuff like that. Let me look this up. Pyramax game. So the Pyramax game, if I look at some screenshots, well, it has like a pyramid on the HUD and whatever. And it looks like a weird Indiana Jones type frog character that you're controlling. Computing history, to see if this says anything about the actual game. No, it doesn't say anything about the actual game there. That's when The player takes the role of an explorer in search of the Thalian crystal. Let's see what this says here. Priceless artifact from the long-extinguished race. The crystal is at the top of a 6-level pyramid. Yeah, Indiana Jones Frog character seems like an interesting character. But yeah, that makes complete sense. Yolanda, that's the game that we've had a look at before. Yolanda is just the name of the person who's going on the quest. I don't know if there's a historical Yolanda, but they were following the trials of Hercules. And Yolanda is a game that we'll probably get back to at some point when I feel like Max Danger, yes. Is that their actual name or something else? But Max Danger is definitely a good name. And Quantox, I don't know, a quantity of ox. Yeah, there's the actual name. Okay, cool. But yeah, there we go. Beaver Patrol. Yeah, I think that was a game, wasn't it? Beavers. Oh no, not another World Cup. Exactly how I feel. Don't like cricket, give it a chance. I gave it a chance. I gave it all the chances I want to give it. Leave me alone. Oh, I don't think I forgot this in my tie-ins thing. WWF game. WWF WrestleMania. Give it a chance, I do not want to. Yes, I know. So that's why it's in the magazine as well, is it? Oh dear. But yes, WrestleMania, definitely one I'm going to have a look through in my tie-ins. Obviously, we're going to look at The Simpsons as well. I don't know if the Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker is the one I'm going to look at as in the tie-ins and that or not. It seems like having like car game tie-ins as well is a little bit pointless. I might as well just look at car games, or whatever. But maybe that's one for stars to do as a theme or whatever. But yeah, there we go. Anything else? I think that's good. But let's have a look at what the top was here. WrestleMania, Populous 2, Simpsons, Heimdall, James Bond 2, Robocop, and then Robocop 3. You need to send in a thank you to the writer of this magazine for including that line. Is that what it's? Sorry, I don't know what you're referring to and stuff. I as you know, I kind of just forget what I say, and keeping up with these things is difficult. And these are some people. Who do they think they are? Let's have a look and see if they're being awful people or not. Matt ventured into Geordieland, where he's adopted by the Newcastle Mafia. Okay. Santa must have been reading Lisa's Christmas list, because he's now the proud tenant of a new flat. Good for Lisa. The poor girl is convinced that it's haunted. Well, sorry to hear that, Lisa. Christmas for Mark meant boogieing on down at lots of trendy alternative clubs and watching Bill and Ted movies. Any suggestions on how to make him stop shouting most triumphant, bogus, and playing on his air guitar most welcome? Well, I don't know. Neil West as our Channel 4 correspondent, thanks to his rise in fame on the Games Master TV series. So, yeah, Stuart Campbell here. Fine. And then these other people. Not going to read that. Got a bit of an issue, a glitch going on here. West's first name was Neil, apparently so, according to this. Amanda got a Game Gear for Christmas and we haven't seen her since. It seems about sensible. It's been talked to have an opt to have it surgically manoeuvred and medical science is worried. We're hoping to lure her back into the office with a game of Bubble Bobble or Dizzy. Fingers crossed. But we'll have to do next month's issue in crayon. Amanda's been playing with her Game Gear. Good for Amanda. Ever wondered what a publisher looks like? No, didn't think so. Got some space to fill. That's their new boss, apparently. There we go. Robocop 3. What do they give it? Do we have a score here? It's a review, but... Oh no, here it is. Here's the score. 85%. What did they say about Robocop 3? After a few false starts here and there, Solid 3D has finally proved to be very effective as a way of depicting people, cars, buildings, and other down-to-earth objects. This is a spectacular film game, the individual sequences providing some of the best driving and shoot-'em-up action of the year, while the movie adventure version simply sets unprecedented standards for this sort of thing. Well, we'll have to make a decision of our own. I'm probably not going to get to RoboCop 3 next week, but as I said, we'll be starting the movie tie-ins and such next week. Probably starting off with the Batman the movie game, which is a definite good intro to how these games kind of are, and then possibly moving on to the Back to the Future games after that, depending on how things go. But yeah, that's your little tease for next week here. Though large for a film game, there's probably still isn't as much here as a good number of original 3D games. Buyers of the first 2 RoboCop games are really in for a shock too. Yes, because it's a 3D game rather than a couple of 2D games. But there we go. To soak up the atmosphere, of course, this is the media thing. I think they've done a reasonable look at this person's face. I can't remember this other person in the movie. But there we go. There's RoboCop flying, fighting the Dark Knight, apparently. Media break, indeed. A car, some more news flash things going on here. Yeah, this is... Oh, look at that boxy truck. Very good. And the Dark Ninja strikes again, looks like. Okay, this is you shoot people or leave this guy alone. They got their hands up. So you have to shoot people. You have to drive around a bit here. Oh, dear, excuse me. I was wondering if that was Murphy or not, but apparently it's not. I don't know who that is. There's somebody flying around here as well. This is RoboCop's butt. Look at that. Look at that shapely butt right there. Always fear the darkness, indeed. So it's 5 RoboCop sub-games. So I suppose I can kind of give an idea right now, because yeah, basically a lot of film tie-ins and things on the Amiga basically had a bunch of mini games themed to the property or the intellectual property, just put together. So this one, you got a driving kind of mini game thing, you got a street fighting mini game, a hostage situation mini game, a close quarter combat mini game, and then a flying mini game. So basically that's the way they did it. Because obviously they didn't have a lot of space on Amiga discs and stuff like that, or they could put more discs together, but obviously that'd mean more swapping for the player, and possibly that wouldn't do much. And obviously they had to write all these games and that as well. So putting together a bunch of different types of games for the different scenes in the movie is the way they went about it. Which some of the things are good, some of them are not so good. Okay, so we've got Wolfchild, which I think we've seen some adverts of here. Apparently Wolfchild fights winged, and then they've got a bird head. I'm not quite sure what they are. So end of level boss apparently, but they're on top of some kind of jet propelled thing, and then they go underground, which looks like it's influenced by Shadow of the Beast a lot here. And there they are, looking grumpy in front of a TV or a bunch of TVs. Dear. But there we go. 58%. They didn't like Wolfchild, it seems. Here we go. Another World. This is a great game. You might know it as being called Out of This World, but it's fantastic. This is their review of it. Is it Conrad, the main protagonist of it? I think maybe. Wolfchild is average. Oh dear, yes. But here, yeah, we go. This is part of the start of it. We climb out of a pool after teleporting, get faced by this person here, monster or whatever you call them, and this is kind of a bit later on there as well. They gave it 89%. I take a bad game over an average game. Yeah, I can understand that. Near perfect graphics, it's the animation stylized approach that do it, combined with wonderfully appropriate sound effects and some truly breathtaking set pieces. Despite obvious reference points, Impossible Mission, Prince of Persia, Cruise for a Corpse, Another World is one of a kind. Let's hope it doesn't remain true for long. Well, there was a sequel called Flashback, which is also very good. I don't know if it went any further after that, though. The frustration level rises to health risk level at times, and once it's been played through to the finish, that's your lot. End of gameplay. It's arguable that behind some very clever programming and design, there's a There's little real game. But no, it's definitely kind of unique for the time and whatever. And yeah, as I say, it's kind of Prince of Persia. If you imagine Prince of Persia crossed with like Space Ace and that, if you haven't played it or haven't seen it or whatever. But that's kind of like the thing. WWF, WrestleMania. I am unique for the time. I am unique for every time. So who have we got down here? We have the Ultimate Warrior going... Arr! We have the British Bulldog going... This is not American, this is British. But at least he's British and the crowds like him. He does a nice power slam, apparently. This is obviously Hulk Hogan. Suburban Commando and all round, yeah, so ignore that. But yeah, this is the game. Gosh, to the right scrolling, Katie. You can kind of imagine for a wrestling game here. 39%, yeah, we're definitely going to want to have a look at this because obviously it's some kind of tie-in, as I say. No, don't know if I want it. Sorry to say, there aren't many. Yeah, they call them uppers and downs here. I've kind of been skipping over it because I didn't want to mention it, but why not mention it anyway? So the uppers are, I'm sorry to say, there aren't many. It's aesthetic. My word, reading at the moment is difficult. Aesthetically quite average, really. Still, there's a video cassette to watch in the box. And the cons here are there are plenty, but the biggest failings are the complete absence of WWF sparkle and the sorry lack of any fluid stimulating grappling action either. Well, you know, if that's the thing you're into, that's okay, but you're not really going to get fluid stimulating grappling action on the Amiga, I don't think. Bottom line, an unexciting simulation of what is widely considered a thrilling event. There's disappointment in store for grapple fans. They're back to the grappling. They're really into their grappling. And WWF watchers alike. Come back, Big Daddy. All is forgiven. they've been calling back to their daddy. I want. Yes. Moving on. We've got Leander, which you've seen a thing we've seen a bit of. Always forget whether we have or haven't. But here's some like cutscenes going on from Leander. 83, so not terrible, but obviously not great. The Godfather. It's painfully slow in every way. Marvellous. Well, we're going to look at this and we're going to see how it goes. Operation Wolf, by any other name, a duck shoot blast is set inside this here bar. So yeah, I think that's basically what you've got. Or do we have some kind of like walking along shooting people thing as well going on here? I think that might be what we have. Level 6, there's a helicopter in the window. I'm not well versed with the movie The Godfather, so excuse me on that. So it's lovely to look at, a graphically superb game with plenty of good animations and rather lovely sound effects too. One to impress your friends with, alright, but the cons are, oh dear, beneath it all, it's a tedious old Robocop clone, monotonous, lacking in variety, inefficiently programmed, we must only assume, and providing precious little gameplay for £30. So yeah, since it's saying a Robocop clone, I'm guessing that's like one of the first two games, and it's kind of like a platformer, but you shoot people. Whatever. What is this? Mercenary 3. The wonderful, wonderful graphics going on here. Look at this! Look at this! Decide to run for president and the names on these billboards could be yours. Looks like they already are. Chaos. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Possum for Providence. A cricket reference and chaos it's meant to be. Yes. Well, there we go. Oh yeah, I think we've seen this kind of before. We have somebody with a very blocky head. as well. Oh yes, and this blocky person down here as well. Ultima tip-off? Bring this kick-off. Oh gosh, they're going down here. So this is a basketball game. I'm not quite sure what this is in the middle here. Looks like somebody in a fetal position, really, but I'm not sure that's what they're trying to invoke with that. But yeah, basketball, and look at this basketballer. They look very, very happy to be a basketballer. Very, very, very fancy outfits there. 75%, so not great. Hearts of China, okay. You get to beat up people, apparently. And where do I want to go to different places? Oh no, they have immigration officials there. Dear. Look at this face. Amazing. But yeah, there we go. That's whatever this game is. Looks like some kind of adventure thing. It's by Sierra, so suppose that makes some sense. I kind of read what it's saying here. Ever wanted to play those newfangled CD-based adventure games? Well, now you can, without needing a CD drive or a single shiny disc either. Hey, wait there, I know you're thinking I'm blabbering on incoherently. Give me a moment to explain. Imagine that in place of the photograph stills in CD-TV games, such as Psycho Killer, a really terrifying game in no mistake, an adventure sort of thing were to use digitized graphics with artwork for backdrops and real people in costume for the characters. Isn't that exactly the same thing? In place of photograph stills, we have photograph Sometimes you really get the idea they're phoning these reviews in, don't you? Space Ace 2, so yeah. Got a lot of cartoony stuff going on with Space Ace 2 here. A yellow flying creature there as well, apparently. Yeah. First Samurai. So this is what one of the levels looks like. We just kind of saw a bit. Is this the level we were looking at? I think this is the level we were looking at in the demo. Because we did manage to climb up the wall and get over here, I think. And go down, but there's a lot more level to it. Don't know how far we got. Did we get past? I think we got past the waterfall here, didn't we? Can't remember where we got to. But here are some pictures and things like this. The first Samurai intro sequence in full. For some reason they're showing the intro sequence. And this person's facing off against this other person, and their master gets killed, apparently. And then they get teleported into the future. Of course. Yes. Let me see. Gosh, no, these people again. Well, the Blues Brothers, this is some of the maps from it. We saw through the game. And oh gosh, let me do a rotate so we can actually see what it says here. Apparently, it's all very well. You're printing maps on levels 4, 5, and 6 of the Blues Brothers, but I can't even finish level 3 yet. But you can type in HOULQ, and then you can push numbers to skip to different levels, apparently, it looks like. Gosh, we need to rotate this back around the right way. There we go. Spring Game Guide. To have Monkey Island 2, and that looks a bit not fun going on there. Harlequin June. Obviously, this is based on the game of the film of the book, as it says there. So yeah, we'll definitely be looking at this at some point. Hook. Oh, it's even got stills. Is it stills from in the game? I don't know. Yeah, we already had a look through Adam's Family, so we won't be looking back again at that, but it was a game, indeed. I get back to Dizzy Collection, Bat. What does it say about this? 200 screens, new atmospheric sound system, 4 flight simulators and street fighting confrontations. Okay. I wouldn't expect it with that graphics, but there we go. 13 merger, torture, corruption. Interesting. Bob. Yes, the Bullfrog's Business Simulator. I don't know what it actually came out as, but there we go. Guy Spy. Oh yes, there's another one of these kind of like Space Ace kind of things, or Dragon's Lair Space Ace kind of things. There's Guy Spy, but it wasn't by Don Bluth, as it says here. It was by somebody else, but this is a screenshot certainly from it. Let's see, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You must work. Well, we'll have a good day at work and such chaos. I hope it is a good thing. Oh, yeah. Apparently, we also have a Never-Ending Story 2 game for the Amiga, so definitely going to have to put that on my list and have a look at that. Yes, thank you for suggesting and that. Elvira, we're going to have to get Elvira working because that is kind of a tie-in as well. Saint and Greavesy, oh gosh. Yeah, there's 2 British sports commentators, I believe. Or they were. Yeah, so we got these. Same kind of things over here when quads and bikes and things like this. What's this? Rainbow Islands. Andrew Braybrook. I'm very happy the way this turned out. Any difference between the coin-op on our version and minor and cosmetic, apart from the 3 missing islands? Then that's not minor and cosmetic. It performs very much as the arcade one did. Changes? Well, it would have been nice to get the last 3 islands in, exactly. But it would have been 1 meg only if we'd done that. And we'd have needed enough time to do it too, of course. We have upgraded it all slightly since then. For an American version, okay. Player 1 and 2 are now different colours as they are in the arcade, okay. But there wasn't enough room to do that on the English game because it would have meant storing and set a new animation frames with a different coloured character. There wasn't the space for it. I learned a lot about how the Japanese put games together, the sort of depth they go to, and the amount of planning they do before they even write a line of code. It's quite incredible. That's fine if you have the time and funds to do it, but unfortunately publishers want to see results on screen. It doesn't matter to them how much you could have saved by putting it down on paper. There we go. Kind of explains why it was kind of cut down a little bit. Ah, yes, these are the people on the cover. It seems they're missing one of the people out, which is page 74 we've got here. But the cover, it's got these 2 people. And then if we go back to 74 down here. Yeah, oh gosh, I've gone past it. Yeah, here we go. There are a couple of other people involved in the photo as well, but these are people from Graft Gold. So they made these games for the Amiga. Obviously, Rainbow Islands is the one I know the most myself, but I've also seen Fire and Ice. We've played a demo of that, I think, on here. Super Off-Road Racer. Obviously, that's another one of these kind of racing game things here, but this is who these people are, left to right. So that one, that one, that one, and that one. Andrew Braybrook. So he's the one that did the conversion for Rainbow Islands. Jason Page, programming and music. Steve Turner, seated. And Gary Foreman. What they did, who knows? But let's see what else we have here. Che Guevara in Bolivia. Okay. Well, that is that. Apparently it's an actual actual game, not a PD game or something like that. Fair enough. Great Napoleonic battles. Creating soonest vector soccer. Look at these vectors. Amazing vector people. I mean, I like it. I have to admit I do like it. But, yeah, what they say... Oh, yeah, this carries on. Never-ending Story 2. So, yeah, this is one we're going to have to... Look at nice graphics, but this is sadly about as spectacular as Never-ending Story 2 everybody gets. Okay, 42%. Oh, dear. So we'll be able to see what it's like when we get to it. Steve McQueen West Phaser? What? The game's called Steve McQueen West Phaser, but doesn't have Steve McQueen in it. You can't use a light phaser either. I'm not quite sure if that needs to be on my list of tie-ins or anything like that, but it is very, 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 very loosely tied in, apparently. But yes, Home Alone we have here. I might have had might have put Home Alone down on my list already. If I'm not, get that sorted. Alan Elvira, the arcade game, as well. As I said, we couldn't get a demo for one of the Elvira games to work, but obviously I'll try to do it when we get to look at some of the other stuff. I always like this name of this thing, Escape from the Planet of the Robot Monsters. It always seems like it's a tie-in to me as well, but I don't know if it is or not. I will have to check that out to see if it is. CD is here indeed, and it's not making big waves. PD, don't think, unless it's an official Tron game, which I'd have to look into, but unless there's an official Tron game, it's not worth looking at the PD versions, because there can be PD versions of everything, and they're not, as I said, they're not the official ones, so they could do anything really. Vroom and break fast. Definition of sound. Go to Amiga games by genre. Okay, these are some racing games. So if you want to look at an article about racing games on the Amiga, we have Amiga Power issue 10 here, page 96, and so on. Got a bunch of one here. Nigel Mansell's guide to some quite good driving games. We've given their score. Yeah, their rating. Well, they got out of 5-star ratings here. What are they good? Formula 1 Grand Prix and... Is that Super Hang-On? They gave a good score to. Well, they didn't give a great score to is this one, which is Crazy Cars. This one, which is Hydra. And this one, which is Stun Runner, I think. They haven't really coloured it or marked it so well, so it's easier to tell what's going on there. But win a bin bag. But you can win all these things. Oh, wow. That's a poster. Poster for Dizzy's Excellent Adventures and the cartoon collection as well. Okay, so we've got Seymour back there. Don't know if you can see more. Sorry, don't know if you can see Seymour very well, but there's Seymour back there. I don't know who else is involved here. Is Little Puff involved in here, or CJ? That looks like CJ right there. But I don't quite know the rest of these here. This looks like a. Is that the Video Kid? Could be Video Kid, but I don't know if Codemasters did Video Kid. Anyhow, I've got some Bonanza Brothers stuff. You got the weird twisty boomerang controller thing here. The turtle controller thing. That'd be nice. I mean, neat to have some 3D glasses. You know, was it anaglyphic 3D? I think that's what they call it. A bunch of discs just strewn around. Some cards. I don't know what they are. Not sure what this is either. But yeah. What is that? A Dizzy duffel bag. Oh, gosh, and something that says ST on it, apparently. I don't know why. But yeah, like a Dizzy duffel bag. Amazing. Is that some kind of perfume? Some kind of bottle, maybe drinks bottle or whatever there as well. Dizzy cap. Dizzy baseball cap. Wow. And a signed photo of somebody not wearing very much. And is that a cat? Something on here I can't quite tell. There's a big bundle of a lot of stuff. Is this what it says? Oh, I can't read it. Oh, it'd be good to be able to read through this to find out what exactly this is, but I can't read. Ah, that's a shame. If we had a better scan, we'd be able to tell what was in the bundle there. Oh well. What are these letters today? Apparently there was a virus. The mag is very good and all, but the one I buy regularly, but it's too much effort to check the disk for a virus. And I said, oh no, here we go again. Every issue we get 2 or 3 angry letters or phone calls from people claiming our cover disk had a virus on it and telling us how useless we are. Listen very carefully, because we're only going to say this once. Our cover disks have never had viruses on them, and God willing, never will either. We check the disks for all known viruses before we have them duplicated. In the case of cover disk 8, we even included a virus detector as part of the loading sequence. If your cover disk has a virus on it, it must have come from some other disk in your software collection. In future, we suggest you always follow the anti-infection instructions we gave you in issue 6, and you won't have any problems. Here's another good one as well here. As this is a designated forum for voicing of opinions, I would like to comment on the following points. 1. The way females are represented as the weaker sex in most computer games, e.g. having to be rescued by a brave, heroic male, is, in my mind, unjust. I treat people as equals regardless of gender. Therefore, I am not against the principle of rescuing females or males. However, I am opposed to the way in which females, I'm using this word too much, I think, are portrayed. If the tables were turned and the game involved rescuing a male, would he be less than half dressed with less than half a brain cell in working order? Dense creeping letters saying how wonderful your magazine is. Yeah, they wouldn't continue to do that. Yes, indeed. Issue 7 is the first Amiga Power that I've bought, and I can't have a feeling I've missed something. Who, or indeed what, is Stuart N. Hardy? Firstly, so we're not entirely sure the females are represented as brainless bimbos in most Amiga games. Wolfchild has to rescue his helpless and possible half-dressed dad in this ish, for instance. But if you want to prove us wrong, why don't I come up with a few examples? Oh, really? Dear me. Secondly, I don't think we print a letter with no other point than to say how great we are. Not since issue 2. Ashraf Stewart, well, let's say he's one of our more prolific correspondents. Oh, there we go. There's probably some ones we could find out, and if anybody spots one in the future, please make sure to note it down. What else do we have here? Complain about the review of Captain Planet. Misgendering Wheeler and Marty, apparently. Oh dear. Yeah, no, not being very nice to kids. Apparently this person's 12, and they say, if you think crap is a swear word, just wait till you encounter the real word in a couple of years' time. You're not going to like it. Really, that's not a thing to say to a 12-year-old, really. Gosh, I'm zoomed out instead of doing something. Oh dear, we have the same kind of things coming up. Atari vs Amiga, simple. STs are crap. Amiga vs console, a little more complicated, but just as clear cut. Ah dear. What else do we have here? Amiga Power vs Stuart N. Hardy. Oh dear. Platforms versus good games. Amiga Power versus the rest. God, okay. Yeah, it's just... Let's not pay attention to what this person is saying. What else do we have? No, let's carry on. yeah, a bunch of things. I say I'm just skimming over to see if anything catches my eye around here. Oh, here's the Booley game. More novel than average puzzler. It's an interesting blend of logic, tactics, and luck. Wonder where they got the name Booley from then. Wonder if it's logic. And these look like logic gates. Wonder where they got the name Booley from. I wonder. Gosh, sorry. Deuteros? What is this one? I don't know. It's probably not going to give me an idea about the name of it. Ah, gosh. Hill Street Blues? Yeah, I think we saw... It looked very dodgy, whatever, but we still might have a short look at that. Garfield, The Winter's Tale? I think that's actually on my... that's on my list, but it's got... Brilliant... So the pros are brilliant Jim Davis graphics, the cons are crappy Steve Davis gameplay. Oh dear. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to look at Garfield, that Garfield game, maybe some other Garfield games. We've got a Judge Dredd game here as well. I'll probably have more of a look at the Nightmare game, the Hagar the Horrible. I think we noticed that before, whatever. But yeah, as it says, it's coming up next week, so... obviously, I'm not going to be able to hit on all of them and whatever, but I will try to hit on as many possible tie-in games as possible. Feud. This is another one they questioned the name on, wasn't it? A brilliant one. Well, yeah, I don't know. Total Recall, that's another one that should be on the list. If you want to dress up in clothes which say Amiga Power on, you can. Well, you could have. Who wants to be in Roger Rabbit's shoes? But yes, is the other Roger Rabbit game. Oh, and this is the end of the magazine. Oh gosh. I think. Yeah, we can go back to. By the way, I might have pointed out before, but I do like the Infogrames logo. It's a very good armadillo. A very prideful armadillo, let's say. But for about 10 minutes, I can go back to... Hell yeah, it's pretty good. 10 minutes, I'll go back to looking through some of these ones. And then I'll start wrapping things up and such. So let's have a look at what these are here. In 96, we have a downloadable game for Windows and Mac. Part of the Palestinian Aid Bundle. How much longer has that got to go now? 15 hours. So if you want to pick up a bunch of games, it's got 1,019 games here you can get. Then do that. Is a Name Your Price game if you don't have it in the bundle. Leaving something behind is a hard task. Nance knows it all too well. When a stranger disturbs his peaceful everyday life and routine, he has no choice but to face the past and make some life-changing decisions. Yet, it keeps on beckoning him. Okay. Obviously, like Game Boy Color, Game Boy Colored, and kind of themed and whatever. 96 is a short story-driven, horror-esque LGBT plus game. It is set on a small post-apocalyptic island that has long been left in shambles by an unknown ailment. It was made in RPG Maker MV, but it is more akin to a visual novel game / walking simulator game than an RPG. As such, the narration is prioritized over the gameplay. It's by no means a game suited for a younger audience. Please be aware of that. If you'd like to know more about the game, beware of spoilers. We had some lovely people write articles about it. So here's some here. And there's like a playthrough here. Comments. Please be nice in the comments, as it said here. Trigger warnings. The game is quite dark and heavy and is made with an adult audience in mind, so please be careful. So yes, it does look like something I might want to have a look at, so I'll pop that in my my folder when I create it. A Council of Cats. You can get this now in a bundle. I think this is part of the racial justice bundle, but you can get it in this one, but not the Palestinian one, it doesn't look like. But you got The gods gazed down at humanity and found that, while they were bright and creative and beautiful, they were simply unfit to govern themselves. Having neither the time nor the inclination to oversee their creation, the gods instead empowered a new caste of imperators. Some games let you play as a cat, some games let you rule over a city as a divinely empowered god king. Now you can do both. A Council of Cats is a micro TTRPG that casts the players as the overseers of a city you create yourself, struggling to protect the populace from threats both magical and mundane. Play to see if your feline coterie can save their city from utter ruination. So a D6 based system. And yeah, so we got a lot of it already here. But you can get it for, as I said, $4. Or you can buy it in this bundle. Or I think it was part, as I said, the racial justice bundle, which is not going at the moment. But yeah, got some good cat pics here. This is a bunch of stuff. If you're a cat, you can do cruel and poetic. That would be interesting. Whatever. So you go through all this kind of stuff, and then do some story building and stuff like this. And yeah, so as I said, I might have a look through this one because obviously it's got cats. Seems interesting, and see if there's we can play it or a variation of it for the stream in some way. But yes, I want to note down. This is a TTRPG charity bundle transport. Again, we saw that. So you got the Day at the Crystal Market. You're old enough to visit the magical crystal market on your own. Let's see what else. Play a child-aged magical apprentice running an errand to buy magic crystals for your teacher. So there we go. Got another, as I said, RPG thing, as it was saying. Might have a look more into that, might not. Oh, and there's a small interactive fiction about the day of a writer, their routine, their work, their fears and anxieties. The last exorcism for my mind. There we go. So let's have a look and see what this turns out like. Oh, gosh, can you see that okay? You have a cat. I think you can see it okay. You have a cat person or something over here. Do I click on things, or is this... Oh, right, okay. It's kind of like this, right? Day in the life of a writer. Start writing. It's Sunday. You woke up early today. It's your writing day. It's that day of the week. Your novel is waiting. It's Sunday. Does that even matter? You woke up early today. It's your writing day. For me, it's the only day of the week I can write. So, it's that day of the week. That day. You know... Now 10 AM to 6 PM, but first you might need to clean a little bit of your desk. Well, you did your best anyhow. It won't get better. You need your chaos to write. You should start writing before the bed catches you back. You really need a day of rest. You put your hands on the keyboard. This is it. It's your momentum. You're ready to spend the next 8 hours writing, and nothing is going to stop you. Yawn, you wake up. Oh, you fell asleep. Well, you really did need that cup of coffee. Coffee feels nice in your hand. It's cold outside. You look at your desk. The keyboard is judging you for falling asleep. Let's go. Okay, I mean, day in the life of a writer. This is it. A twine stuck in time for how long? I don't remember. A constant reminder of myself, my work, and my inability to create what I want. You don't think so? This game was supposed to be a small, funny thing about how procrastinate something. Actually, it's really a writer thing. But in fact, this has been long forgotten because of other things. I do have part of the game done. You can check it out if you want, but it's raw and not really great. Check it, or you can just skip that and hear me. So I procrastinate on that procrastinating game. I'm not sure whether I should check it, click any of these, or just leave it up to other people to look through. But there you go. What a mood indeed. Yes, I've definitely been procrastinating on doing, as I said, my rock opera thing. So I kind of try and get into it, and then it's like, okay, I've done a little bit of it. I can just watch some videos or something like that. But yes, so yeah, I think this is a good place to end it off. We've gone through that line. Next time we look at these, we can start off from like here. Short musical comic, awesome. But yeah, and you can see some of these things. There's the Mortician's Tale here listed on here, so Chaos may not have to spend any points before I get to that, or may wish to do so, I don't know. Depending on how long it is. Oh, it's a average session, a few seconds, really. Interesting. But yeah, well, you can see that and some other stuff on here. There's a Cyberpunk cake baking game about asexual couple in the future. I mean, that was noted earlier, but or last time I think I was looking over this, but certainly part of it. But yeah, we can carry on and see, or maybe next time I'll actually be playing some of the games. But let us finish off here. Hello again, people. It is me again. I was down in the corner for a while, but now I'm back here. So, I hope everybody's had a nice stream and such. Yeah, as I said, my next stream is Sunday, isn't it? Gosh. It is Friday today, so yes, my next stream is Sunday. Probably going to be looking at some Minecraft again, depending on how Starly feels. It depends on what we're doing. I should probably get to making some more stuff in the map. I put some trees in the map. You'll get to see them on Sunday if that's what we're doing, whatever. Yeah, so that, and then I have some time at the end of that stream, which we will probably be looking at, as I said, that Secret Little Haven game, which I think will be a pretty good game to have a look at and such like that. So yes, please do join me then for that. I think because this Star's transmission won't be streaming tomorrow because she's going to be busy. She's currently busy. She's going to be busy. And so she should be back on Monday, I think, for that. I said I'll be back on Sunday. Please also do check out Ninja of Chaos, who will be doing some streaming on Monday. Oh gosh, I forgot what they said they were going to look through on Monday. But it's always very interesting stuff. She kind of does like book report kind of things on various things. Book reports, cursed content reports, bad game reports, various things. And also we have West on here as well. Please do go and look at all the art that West makes and stuff like that. Starly's in there too. Starly, I don't think, is still figured out when she wants to do streaming, but I've still got her on the list there for when she does decide what and when she's doing things. So yeah, I think that's about all that I would need to say currently at the moment. Yeah, I'm still not feeling kind of social enough to do raiding and stuff like that, so I think I might give it a rest for the moment, and such. But yes, please do join me on my next stream on Sunday, Minecraft, and also this Secret Little Haven game, which I very thoroughly recommend that people play or watch me play. So that is that. I will be hanging up the stream now. Well, actually, probably get a quick message in from our sponsor, Tracy. What are we getting sponsored by today? Cookies! Gosh, we've been given cookies, have we? No, we have to buy them ourselves. We can still be sponsored by them. We can imbue the cookies themselves with knowledge and stuff, and then they can give us whatever. I forgot what I was saying. That's okay. That's fine. I forget what I was saying frequently. Yeah. And hello, West, in the chat. I can see you're very excited to see me. Hello. I don't have much to say here, but I thought I would pop out and say things just so that people didn't think I'd gone away and disappeared and stuff like that. But I am here. And now, I am going to be gone. Bye! There we go. There goes the Tracy. So, yeah, we want to end things off now. So when I've got everything set up to do so, I will play you out with a song. She'll do a wave. And I shall see you next time. Bye!